We left off in the prior session after you guys had just beaten the swarm of rats, and Moxley managed to, with the help of Crash, managed to uh, capture a live one, um, and kind of like calm it down after the swarm of rats appeared and you guys killed them off. So he scooped up the live rat, a dead rat, and an additional live rat that's just like a regular rat he found wandering down the street, to bring back to the inn to do some experiments on. Meanwhile, Mikas was hanging out with Babs, kind of keeping her distracted so you guys could get in and get the rats past her, which you were successful in doing so, and set them up in a Moxley's room upstairs, where he had a terrarium, thankfully, because there's a bunch of jungle stuff in there, and set up the two live rats together in the terrarium with some schmees, where they got to know each other. Uh, and did a little dissection experiment on the dead rat in order to determine how the little satellite helmet was connected to its internal organs. He did discover that it was connected to the brain, so as soon as the rat died, the helmet lost its power, its connection, and stopped working. Um, you guys then decided that in order to track the signal that's being transmitted through the helmet, Moxley will need to get some kind of device that can like amplify the signal so he can track it better. Um, there was also the lead at the pawn shop, so two birds with one stone. You decide to head down to the pawn shop to talk to Dirk, but to also pick up some supplies. On the way, before you left, sorry, Crash was watching TV, and he did see a commercial for a local comic book shop with an advertisement for an upcoming comic convention. And he made sure that everyone was aware of the Dayman comics that are so famous and his absolute favorite. um, and let's see. While you were on your way to the pawn shop, there was a man in a robe kind of standing off to the side shouting about some kind of plague that would be descending upon the worlds and the galaxy once the light had faded from this corner of the universe. And Virel decided to engage with this man, to kind of like hype him up, hear about what he has to say. They uh, rolled a very poor persuasion check, which resulted in the zealot kind of going off on this weird long tangent about like the secret council of elves, the hobbits in the Shire, the one true ring, all of this business. But he gave you a pamphlet. It's a zine of his own creation, hand printed, hand drawn, and it has all of this information on it. I did post a picture of the zine for you in, I think it's the lore channel. Yes. So it's there for anyone who would like to take a look. And after that, you all head inside the pawn shop while Virel decides to stay outside and talk to this lovely Warforge. I updated their little avatars out here, and Virel had a nice little chat with them, showed off some of their personal video footage of a documentary they're making about their adventures with the group, mainly Rubix's performance at the club, a bunch of dancing, and this Warforged was so impressed by this footage. They think that you're like this really amazing, like, videographer, and that you're just like really talented, and they really want to get to know you better. So you offer for them to come meet you back at the Jaded Cross later in the evening to show them some more of your work. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Hey, I'm just glad that I found somebody else who can appreciate real art, you know?
At this point, Mikas has joined the party, giving V the little like finger gun wink, like, hey, you got this, as they head into the shop. And everyone has been shopping away. Amoxley did find the sonic emitter that he was looking for. Rubik's found a MIDI synth to give to Rhombus, the mini robot, to aid in his performances so that Rhombus can kind of jam along with him. Crash was able to get the gloves of thievery with the help of Dean's sticky fingers and hiding things under his little arm flaps. Mikas also found an alien artifact. It was the scorched metal orb with pink glowing channels running across the surface. He did pay for this, however, with his incredible haggling
Oh.
skills, managed to only pay, what, 5 credits for it? I don't even
Yeah.
remember.
5 credits
So-
because I felt bad just like making him give it to me for free.
I went ahead and added these homebrew items to your inventory. So Mikas, in your inventory, you should find something called Orb of Enemy Detection. This is the item that you have. It has 7 charges. The charges reset after a long rest, I believe. And if you use up all of the charges in one day, I think you have to do a savings throw. And if you fail, the orb will just kind of crumble into dust. But what it does is it will detect enemies within a certain distance from you, but it won't tell you what direction those enemies are in. It'll just tell you how close they are to you.
Oh, okay.
And Dean managed to get his hands on the Mega Buster.
The Mega Buster. That was so fucking great.
Mega Buster.
Oh my god.
Which I have also added to your inventory. It is an augmentation that you can connect to your existing prosthetic. You will need to attune to it. And
Okay.
this will take, I believe it's a long rest, and you have to use your Tinker's tools, which as an augmented person, you do have advantage with Tinker's tools. And I think that Tinker's tools, it was like, depending on how you roll, determines how many hours it takes or something like that. I don't remember.
Something like that, yeah.
We should have the full description in there. Virel picked up a small transparent cube that displays a hologram of a dancing pop star and plays a clip of a familiar tune. Virel did experience some complex emotions when hearing the song. They shed a single tear, but can't seem to understand why or recognize where they know this song from. But it does feel very familiar to them.
Where I want to play
It
the
was at this
emotional damage
point-
sticker.
It was at this point that we did leave off. Your connection to Dirk, for anyone who doesn't remember, is Fabian Wilcox, the former business partner / frenemy of Sir Dolphus Rex's family's business, has given you information on Dirk, saying that he has information available about a secret access to the Dawn Forge, which was this really powerful forge that existed in the mines on the planet of Croper. Croper blew up. The mines were no longer accessible, therefore the Dawn Forge was presumably lost. But Dirk seems to know about a way to get back into the mines. When Fabian Wilcox was on his way to meet with Dirk, he had a bunch of trinkets on him that he was probably planning on trading as like monetary value for this information. So because you guys let him live, in exchange for that, he gave you this tip, in which you will need to get that information out of Dirk still.
Okay. I guess I'll go up and speak to him now that everyone's done their things.
All right.
I have my nice pipe out, and I'll lean in and ask him, "Do you got any of the happy, good, green, sticky stuff?"
He looks up at you with a very arched eyebrow. The happy, sticky green stuff. You got another word for that? I don't follow.
Do they just call it weed? I don't know what it's called here. I don't know, like.
He
Ace weed, spaweed.
I know, right? Fucking Sweet.
Oh, I'm down. Yeah. Do you have any of the Swede?
To
Oh,
my
moon rocks.
stoners
You
out
got any
there,
moon rocks?
moon rocks. That sounds like cocaine.
Moon rocks is actually MDMA.
Oh, is
There
it?
you go.
Like that's a real thing.
I thought moon rocks were a Dallas. Help. I thought they were a weed thing.
Moon rocks are a weed thing as well.
I'm sure there's
they
a weed
are,
strain called cocaine, so.
but there's green crack.
True.
There you
Speed
go.
Speed also sounds like speed.
Speed weed. I mean, I'd take some speed weed too, you know? Let's see if he has
Speed
any
weed?
Does
speed.
anyone have any like real slang for weed? I can't think of any.
Reefer. The
Ganja,
devil's
reefer.
lettuce.
That
Not Bammer?
chronic.
Wacky tobacco.
That
The
good
Snickle Fritz.
No, I don't want the Snickle Fritz. Staying away from the Bammer. Yeah, no, I'll take some of that chronic.
I see. Listen, I don't keep a stock here on the shelves for obvious reasons. There's an associate you can meet with out back. Just tell them you want some of the what did you call it? The sticky, icky green stuff.
Yep. A skunky, smelly, sticky green shit.
That funk. That sticky, icky, ooh wee.
Good stuff
just
you
let 'em
have
know.
every day.
Just let them know you're looking for the funky skunk, and they'll
The
hook you
funky
up, all right?
skunk. Right, yeah.
The funky skunk.
Oh, as much
I
as I'd like to
appreciate
talk
so
to them.
much.
So this person is I don't know if you could see outside around the corner of the pawn shop. They're kind of like hanging out in this dark corner over here, very seedy. And
Oh, yeah,
if you
that's
want,
not
you can
suspicious at all.
head out there and get some weed from them. Do you want to do that right now?
No. I'm gonna lean in and be like, actually, I was more interested in talking to you. I hear, apart from other items, you also have information about the Dawn Forge.
And what makes you think I would know anything about that?
I will put some money on the counter.
How much money?
I don't know. I'm poor. I can't really do
What do
I
you have?
I have like 25 gold or some shit. I have like nothing.
Should I roll persuasion again?
Hold on. Yeah, I mean we can talk. We can chat with them.
I suppose I
Crash
can, instead of money, I can just say our contact, Fabian. He sort of hinted that you'd be the one to talk to. I
Roll
believe you
me
owe
a-
him too.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh, but that was the truth. But,
While you're persuading.
Or was he persuaded
Not
by the truth?
deception.
Oh yeah, that's
If
not
it
gonna
was
work.
A lie, it'd be deception.
That could be worse. Actually, no, it can't.
He looks at you and goes, Fabian, I don't think I know any Fabian.
I slam my fist on the table. God damn it! He gave me this information. He said you were the one.
Roll me
Crash will
intimidation.
come around the corner and just
12. I am a big hippo.
yeah. I feel like that would
He
give him
reaches
advantage.
behind the counter and picks up a laser rifle and cocks it and looks up at you and
Easy,
says,
easy.
he says, now you don't come into my establishment and start posing threats to me. You understand? I don't know anything about no Dawn Forge or no Fabian, all right? Now, unless you want to do business, y'all can leave.
Bean's
Crash will
already
come
out the
around
door.
corner.
As soon as the gun got pulled out, like his instincts kicked in, and he whoop.
What did Dean do?
He slipped out the front door. Like just
He just went outside.
he this ain't his first saloon shootout. You know, it's certainly not going to be his last.
Crash will come around the corner and try to sort of calm everyone down. Easy, big guy, easy. Catch more space flies with space honey, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, my friend is just expressing a little frustration. We've been running, he's been running in circles all day, kind of getting the runaround. And he was led to believe that you were the person who knows things. You know, you're the guy who knows things, right? Everyone knows you.
I'm only level 2. I don't have any pluses for shit.
16.
He looks at you and kind of lowers the rifle, leans back, holds up 3 fingers and kind of rubs them together, his 2 pointer fingers and thumb, and says, information around these parts is quite valuable, and I am a businessman.
Crash will just smoothly reach into his pocket and pull out a credit chip and just like wire him. Is he asking for like 3 credits?
3? That's like 3 pennies.
3 penny? Okay, well 3.
Or like $3,
Okay.
Flicks a nickel. Here, get yourself something nice.
This is right.
Go buy yourself a gumball. Like,
Yeah.
I'll wire him.
Are we all about the
I'll wire him
Washingtons here in this
150
shop?
credits.
150 credits. He, how much money do you guys have, like, altogether? I'm wondering
Actually,
if maybe...
I don't even know where my
maybe-
money is. Like,
It's in your equipment.
it's in the equipment.
I have 234 credits.
Maybe go to
I have
inventory.
I have 328. I really don't want to part with all of it if I can
I
help
have
it.
5.
But
I don't see any money.
Then you have
With 100
0.
with 150 credits, he says, all right, listen up. You here, big guy. You need to take 3 steps back and I'll tell you what you want to know.
Crash will
And,
pat him
he-
on the shoulder. I got this, big guy. Just let me do the talking.
Hit that pipe outside.
Yeah.
So he informs you that some friends of his claim to have kidnapped a dwarf by the name of Gundren Rockseeker, who also had a human escort named Sildar Hallwinter. Supposedly, these 2 people have found the hidden entrance to the Lost Mines, and the friends in question are currently holding them captive while they work them over for the details. He goes on to say that Fabian had reached out to him initially with a business proposal, but seeing as how Fabian's not here, he assumes that that proposal is off the table. However, if you're looking to find these individuals, you'll have to go through his friends, who may not be quite as friendly as he's been to you. The friends in question are a gang of goblins who like to hang out in the bowels of the city. They have a little hideout in a location that I have yet to determine, but he will give you the location of where they're hanging out at. He says, maybe you get on their good side, they'll let you in on whatever deal they got going on with these guys. That's all I know. That's all I plan on telling you.
All right. Well, that wasn't so hard, now was it? Thank you so much for your time, my
credits
friend.
wasted. Where are these goblins?
They are in the Undercity, in the bowels.
You said you had
Which happens to be where you guys are planning on going to meet your contact for the Darkstriders as well.
Well, I think we just found how to spend the rest of our evening.
It is currently about, I forget what time of day it is. I think it's like early afternoon right now, and your meeting isn't until later in the evening. So you guys still have some time if you wanted to go back to the inn to work on the rat helmet situation.
How can we make
Or
some
if you wanted
money?
to do something else, yeah.
I got no money.
Let's rob the store. No.
We could trade that mega
Actually,
buzzer back
I
to
guess
him.
Dean already did.
You could rob somebody.
Yeah.
All right,
About to
GM,
say,
I'll
how much
rob
money?
that, GM.
How much money have these goblins got?
Yeah, you never know. There's definitely some opportunities for money making coming up soon. I apologize. We're still pretty early days in the session right now. But if you still wanted to talk to this person with the funky skunk out here, that is also something you can do.
I get funky skunk with whose money?
Yep, not mine. We could just beat him up though.
Who said we could?
And thus the party
Local
went full
heroes
murder
beat
hobo
up
for the remainder
drug
of
dealer.
the campaign.
Hey, I'm down and out. How else am I gonna get it?
Tell me what would you like to do?
What would the group like to do? We got this Mega Buster, but we got this meeting first. It's not
Well, the
even that
meeting-
scheduled, so we could take a day first and then, or I guess what you said it was scheduled for the evening.
It is
The
scheduled for
meeting
this evening.
Today, yeah.
And
Yeah.
That's with the goblins.
No.
With-
No, that's
the,
with our Dark Strider guy.
The Dark Strider.
However,
guy,
the goblins are going to be in the same neighborhood, and we don't know how exactly long that's going to take. So,
Why don't we go say hi to the goblins and then we'll be there for the meeting?
yeah, you never know.
Mhm.
The goblins might have loot, or maybe this rock thrower guy might have something in his pockets.
Do we have the encounter
Rock
already planned out
Seeker.
yet?
Yeah.
Let me throw their names up in the NPC chat. Hold on.
I mean, if the goblin encounter thing is all good to go, I'm down to definitely do that. But
All right. Rock Seeker and.
Plus, I mean, if they're getting worked over, probably something of a time-sensitive nature to the task,
Perchance.
perchance.
So let's see. Are you guys gonna head straight there, or do you want to go to the Jaded Cross first?
Honestly, I could stand to do a short rest just to regain a couple of hit points.
With a short rest, Dean, what is your description for the attunement on your Mega Buster?
Go. Just looking at it. Attunements. Choose an items you can attune will display here. It doesn't look like it's attunable just yet.
We might need a long rest to attune it.
Yeah, I think it's a long rest anyway.
Oh, okay. Well, you guys can do a short rest first if you want, and that way Moxley can do his experiments with the rats. Does that sound good?
All right. Yeah, you guys down to head back to the inn for a quick rest, then I guess we go hunt some goblins.
Rex, did you want to buy any weed before you head out?
I don't have any money.
How
I'll
much
get
money
you
do
some.
have? You should have some money.
I have $0.
It's not. Yeah, your total currency says 0.
I don't have a place where it says currency.
Mine says
It-
five.
dude, go to your inventory and then it should say it in the top right thing of that. Got a little gold
Oh.
icon.
I have 25 gold.
5. God damn.
I'm poor as fuck. I lost everything.
I have 5. I have less than you.
What were you spending it on?
I never had money to begin with. I started poor.
Well, you
Oh.
guys
I forget
earned-
how I.
You guys earned a bunch of cash from the night market.
Did we just not split it up?
I don't remember ever splitting it up. No.
No.
So hold on. I know I wrote it down. Hold on a second.
You're good.
Let's see. Bryce accepted Kasim's apology along with a fee for his troubles. Everybody receives 100 credits from Bryce and an additional 45 from Lamai and Kusa for their help in uncovering the mystery of the market. So you should have had at least 145 credits from
Okay.
that.
So I have 170. This doesn't seem like too much. Is it enough to buy some Schweed?
Yeah, sure.
Like,
Yeah, I'll go buy some Schweed. Let's go talk to this guy.
legalization's kind of screwed up the secondary market just a little bit, not too much. Like they have to compete still.
So you guys head out and around the corner. Your Warforged friend has since gone off and done their own thing. So she's not hanging out here anymore.
I beckon Virel because I know you're gonna want some.
Yes, I am. You know me so well.
I wonder if they
Um,
got anything for the robot.
I'll hop on your back.
Is there robot
get in
drugs? Like a
position.
magnet? You know, I don't know.
Ooh.
Why?
Magnet.
What? Please get the magnet away from me.
Did you start doing show tunes? I heard. that's a
Please,
thing.
I won't tell you twice.
It's true. It's probably super bad for him. You should probably keep the magnet away.
Draws his gun. I won't tell you twice.
So a person in a dark hooded robe, who's kind of standing in the shadows over here, is alerted by your presence as a large group of people are suddenly walking right towards them. They kind of pull out a small dagger from beneath their robe and kind of brandish it slightly so that you can see they are armed, and they take a step back and call out to you, "What do you want? What are you doing back here?"
Well, that's a nice dagger you got there, but I'm more interested in your funky skunky.
Little small.
Come in peace.
Are you a cop?
Do I
Do we
look like a
like
cop?
cops?
Everyone all together
Oh,
now.
wait, you were
I am
serious.
ready.
Let me laugh harder.
All simultaneously offended. Ah, how dare you?
All right. The answer is no, since that's what you're looking for.
She looks
In
up.
unison.
She looks up at Rex and goes, "Yeah, as a matter of fact, you do look like a cop. Most of the gift that this person has ever seen wear very noble attire and live solely on the upper decks, or on topside. And you are looking particularly pristine for a location that does not suit you."
Don't you want a high-profile, customer who comes back for your good shit?
That sounds exactly like a narc.
Don't
roll
mind
me-
him, he just sounds like that. Sid, be cool.
Roll me a persuasion check.
I'm just trying to get high here. I don't know.
Dude.
Can you be cool for like 5 minutes? Just please.
Okay.
Please.
My high plus has got me a 9.
Oh.
Can
It can't be that.
I-
It can't be that hard to.
Can
fucking-
I
can we-
assist with my grace to be like, a cop wouldn't be seen with the likes of me. I'm too charming, too dashing.
Go ahead and roll with advantage.
Can I
Okay,
also
that's fine.
just smoke some weed in front of him so he knows like I'm
Or
not a
that
cop? Or do I have to
Go
roll
ahead
for
and go ahead and spark up and just roll with advantage. With Virel's accompanying.
it? So
Oh
yeah,
my
it's
God.
it's a 9. But like it's just a dealer.
Fine.
Strong 9.
Like, I
Nice
can't
work.
imagine he has a high like I don't know, maybe he really thinks I'm a cop that much. Jesus Christ.
Nice.
I mean,
He
you
does
do
sound
give off the
paranoid.
sense
I'm
of,
smoking weed in
you
front
know.
of him. Cops don't do that.
I
Part.
mean, Musk smokes weed, so like,
But he's not a cop either.
he's a bootlicker though.
Well, but
Still not a cop.
A lot of it.
All right, with a 9, we'll say that they tentatively accept your proposal for a business transaction, but they're not going to sell you the high-profile stuff. They're only going to give you the mid-tier.
Tylenol.
Look,
Oh,
I
man,
will go
you're
back
getting
in
a
there and
snickle
I
for
will
it?
steal from that shopkeeper in front of you if it will convince you.
Listen, I know I know that it seems unethical, but you could always just mug them. Like,
No, that's the thing. Like, if he's not gonna sell me the good shit, it's starting to look pretty bad for him.
Well, could Crash pickpocket them with his newly donned gloves of thievery to try to get the good shit?
they are on high alert with a dagger currently in hand. Are you sure?
Yeah,
you
but
wanna do
I've got a super long extendy cephalopod hand.
You could, your little cephalopod guy, how much weight can it carry?
Well, let me see here, because I'm essentially like extending my
Grams is
arm.
probably within the realm of what it can carry. Hold, I'm weighing an
These
eighth
cans.
right now, and I'm like, this isn't nothing.
Shape self pseudopod. Extrude a pseudopod that is 6 inches wide, 10 feet long, or reabsorb it into my body. Can use the pseudopod to manipulate an object, open and close a door container, or I'm gassy, or pick up / set down a tiny object. The pseudopod doesn't have any sensory organs, can't attack, can't activate magic items, or lift more than 10 pounds.
Okay. So, you can send your little pseudopod over to this person and have it try to pickpocket them. I am going to roll perception with advantage because I'm on high alert right now.
Would I
So-
be able to just like extend my arm through reshape body?
I'm trying to figure out how you can do that without being seen, because you're standing right in front of them.
So my idea is her focus is on the big freaking cop-looking GIF that's in front of her. So if while Crash's arms are behind his back, his wrist turns into like basically the governor from X-Men the first movie and just like extends down to the ground and like around behind her and up into her pocket. And to steal the doodad.
I just like that you called it X-Men the first movie.
Yes.
Why do you think they're just keeping the good shit in their back pocket? The easiest place to pickpocket?
Where else would you think they would be able to keep it physically on them?
Is the conversation happening in game?
In front of the guy.
Yeah. He's like, what the fuck is an X-Man?
We're about to fuck this guy up. There's also whether he be like a contact for better weed, but he doesn't sound like he's gonna be my contact for weed.
May I?
You may.
Clearly we're not cops. Have you met? You clearly know about the one, the only Rubik's the Rapping Robot.
I'm currently in the back. While all this has been going on, I haven't been paying attention. I've been starting to show Rhombus, like, this is how you do Funky Town. Boop, 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 boop.
Like business beat of the day where it's like, okay, little guy, let's do this.
Oh, yeah. So I'm already
That's
starting to
it.
show him. So I
That's
haven't been
right.
paying attention to this whole weed conversation because I don't smoke
gonna-
weed. I'm a fucking robot.
I'd be way more invested in the robots than I would be in whatever the hell you guys
Yes,
are doing.
clearly, but this is
Yeah.
part of our medical benefits.
Yes, no.
We live in a dystopian capitalistic society in which we
Yeah.
can't get real benefits like medical care or therapy, and so we really, really need this.
If
So-
I don't get my weed, I get angry.
He does.
Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Everybody, hold on. Crash, do you want to try to pickpocket? Because
Yes.
he did ask to do that first. Okay.
That's fair.
Go ahead and roll sleight of hand at a disadvantage because
got
this person is on high alert. However, if you would like to try and distract this person with Rubik's sideshow, we can have you roll at neutral.
Absolutely, I would lean on the distraction.
Okay, so the DC is going to be high. It's going to be a DC 18. But with Rubik's distracting this person and Virel kind of like directing their attention to Rubik's, you
18.
can roll sleight of hand. Perfect. All right. You do manage to snake your little slimy paw around the backside of Sidolphus Rex into the coat, this like long robe that this person is wearing, and you kind of like feel around on the interior pockets until you feel like a big, kind of hefty, like one of the heftier pouches. Like we said, the weed doesn't weigh much itself. You can't really taste the weed because it's in a sealed package, but you can kind of like get the essence of it, because
Also
even when
wearing
it's
gloves now.
you are wearing gloves now. I was about to give you a fun little roll, and you ruined it.
I'm sorry.
There's a hole in the glove, and he can like eat out of it.
No.
Weed is tearing this family
True.
apart.
Well,
I
is
forgot.
is
I forgot
the
what the whole point of him getting the gloves was so that he couldn't taste stuff with his hands anymore. So we're not doing that.
It's a hole in the bottom of the glove. There's a
So
hole in the
it's
bottom
gonna
of the glove.
be a complete crapshoot. Roll me a D10, please.
D10. Boop. 2.
This is not the good stuff. This
Damn it.
is the Denkatron 3000. It has a really cool name, but it's actually kind of gross. It's like basically shake.
There ain't nothing wrong with shake. Just depends on the shake. It's a bammer is what you're talking about. Right? It's like the brown weed.
Sidolphus Rex, you did have a moment there where you were getting a little heated, and it kind of seemed like you wanted to intimidate this person. Would you like to follow through with that?
Fuck my rules tonight. I'm rolling like Craig. And let me see. Oh, that would be kind of fun. Yeah, we'll intimidate.
All right, go ahead and roll.
I'll grab him by the coat and be like, I know you have the good stuff. I can smell it. And yeah. Where is it? Pa. Jesus Christ. 11. I can't go over a 12.
you're kind of
Intimidation is my best stat along with persuasion. And it's fucking not doing shit.
It's
Don't
giving
lean
her
on strength. Just turn him upside down and shake him.
That's actually what I'm doing next. If this doesn't work, I am gonna pick him up.
it's giving desperate boomer.
Wait,
These people are-
Can I try something?
Of course.
Can I get a word in?
Sorry.
You were successful. Jesus
All
Christ.
right, kill him. Kill him.
Would you like to know the outcome of the roll?
Yes, I would love to know that.
Okay. These people tend to be a little more easily intimidated than persuaded. They're obviously very paranoid and they didn't want to believe you right away. But with your large stature, your intimidating facade, you put one hand on them and they fucking crumble. They're like, oh, please, no. I understand. You're one of those fiending types. That's totally understand. Yeah, I got that good stuff right here. In fact, I'll even give you a discount. I'll give you 20% off. How does that sound? And he pulls out an eighth of something really strong. I don't have a name for it. You guys can come up with it if you want. And he offers it to you for 80 creds.
I was
It's like
looking
you're
for
shopping on
more
my job.
buy one get one free, but
Rex, come on.
I
Come on.
suppose. 80
All
creds
right,
it goes.
and they hand you with a shaky hand they pass over the bag of funky skunk, and
Tobacco weed.
Is
go
that the
ahead
strain
and
name?
subtract-
Yep, it is
Or-
now.
Is the funky skunk is what you get? Oh.
Yeah,
go
and
ahead
writing
and
it down.
subtract the 80
How do
creds.
I add that?
You should be able to manage.
Here,
Manage.
I'll show you.
Then no.
Mikas, was there
Add
something that you
custom
wanted to
item.
do? Because you can also keep robbing this person if you want.
Oh, it's fine. I saw it escalating, and I realized there was a spell in my repertoire that I keep forgetting that I have, but I didn't have to use it, so we're fine.
I'm sorry that I had to stop you guys because I didn't want this to go on for too long.
You're good.
All right, cool. How would you like to proceed?
I'm still interested in showing him the documentary stuff that I have of Rubik's. In tandem with filming some new stuff as he's showing Rhombus how to drop a beat. So I was like, oh, I gotta get this. Sorry, 1 second. So I'm just super distracted. Was I trying to get the perfect? Because at first it was like a gag, but now I'm actually kind of high key interested in following through with it.
I'm into it.
This does smell pretty good. Thank you.
Sure. Yeah. No problem. You guys have a good night. All right, and they take off into the darkness behind the pawn shop and disappear around the corner.
Oh yeah, he's running away. Till next time.
Please no, please no, please
Well.
no.
This was a profitable venture. Who's ready for a rest? I'm ready for a rest.
We almost got arrested because of it.
Yeah, right.
I'm ready for it.
Now, we didn't. That guy definitely wasn't the type to call the cops. He would have shot us for sure.
All right. So you guys make your way back to the Jaded Cross. And we're going to enter in through the bar.
The burr.
The bar.
Ermagerd de Burr.
Babs kind of nods at you all as you wander in. It's about early afternoon right now, so there's a couple of regulars just kind of scattered around the bar, a couple sitting up in front of the bar talking to Babs. Would any of you like to stop and chat, or do you want to head straight upstairs?
Crash will stop and chat.
What time did you say it was?
Early afternoon, so like 1 o'clock.
So still, because we were early afternoon a little bit ago.
I mean, it can be like 2 or 3 if you want. You guys are gonna do a short rest, so I'm assuming it'll be like early evening by the time you're done.
Yeah, just trying to keep track because we have that meeting.
Yeah, short rest. I mean, short rests are only like an hour, aren't they?
What are they? I don't know.
They're 4? Oh.
Let me double check. Oh, it's 1 hour. Never mind. I'm lying. Ha 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 ha.
1? Okay. Well then, yeah, we can say it's like mid-afternoon. Don't worry, we can kill time. It's fine. So Crash, you pop up onto the bar, and Babs pours you a stiff drink and asks you how's your day going.
Honestly, can't complain. And Crash will like peel off like one of his gloves of thievery, and it'll become visible, and he'll start stirring his drink with his finger.
She
Open it up.
She is surprisingly unfazed by this behavior.
Yeah, it's weird the things you get used to, huh?
The rest of you are heading upstairs?
That sounds good. Yeah.
Plan.
I'm gonna stay down in the bar with Babs because I'm gonna be waiting to see if Miss Thing comes over still.
Aha.
Weird, you'd want to come smoke, but I guess I can join you.
I mean, I
then.
do, but like, no. Go up there. I'll meet you in a little bit.
All right.
Rex and Dean are kind of setting up on the couch in Moxley's room, getting a couple of joints rolled, getting the grinder all set up. Rubik's is over by the terrarium of the 2 rats, just kind of like vibing with them and Rhombus. God damn it. Moxley, you have in your possession the sonic emitter that you bought from the pawn shop. I don't have like an exact description for it, but basically it'll help you to trace the signal that the rat helmets are sending out. And you may be able to pinpoint the exact location that the signal is coming from.
So, am I tracking the helmets or the signal itself?
The signal itself.
Okay.
I'm going to have you roll a series of arcane checks.
Gotcha.
Arcane is kind of our overall like science check.
Yeah.
So we're going to do 3 checks that are going to increase in difficulty as you go through them. The first one is going to... Should I tell you what the DC is, or does it matter?
No. Let's figure it out after I inevitably fail one of them.
All right, go ahead and roll your first arcane check.
26. 25.
Wow.
25.
The sonic emitter immediately connects to the helmet, like as if it were made for this job. You start pulling in data onto your, I'm assuming you have some kind of like tablet device where you're kind of setting up coordinates, getting your connection established. That connection is solid. Go ahead and roll me another check.
10.
With a 10, you start to get the general radius of the location, but you're having a little bit of difficulty determining which level of the space station that the signal is coming from. Roll me one more check.
9.
Oh my god.
That's my best stat. That is legitimately my best stat.
I'm so sorry. The sonic emitter kind of like fizzles and gets really hot and then just blows a fuse.
Oh no!
You were able to get kind of a general location of where the signal was coming from. Based on context clues, you did see the rats emerging from the sewers, and you guys did make the assumption that the rats were coming from the bowels of the city. So you can kind of surmise that the location is going to be in the bowels somewhere, somewhere within this radius.
Out of frustration, a Moxley will just throw the emitter across the room. Like
Rubik's,
Well-
make a dexterity savings throw.
Oh my god, no! Oh my god, 7.
Right to the face.
Oh!
Does he hit Rubik's, or
Rubik's
does
is
he
just
hit
like,
Rhombus?
huh? Clang!
It doesn't really like do any damage, but you definitely felt something hard and metallic hit you in the side of your head.
Honk.
Funny, because I dropped my tin rolling tray just a second ago. A big old clankety clank clang.
He'll just grab it in the hand, fucking useless, and chuck it across the room and just walk out, storm out frustrated.
When it hits Rubik's, kind of like you almost don't know where it kind of hits you from, and he looks down at Rhombus and be like, "That wasn't you, was it?" No. And then kind of sees the destroyed thing down there. I'll pick it up myself. Is it now just like fucking eviscerated, destroyed because of the throw, or?
It had already burned out, so it's kind of just smoldering.
It was
in
dead
your hand.
anyways.
This has the way I
Feels like a brave little toaster moment.
Yeah, I'm intrigued by it. I'm going to I as a robot myself, I have to like work on my own stuff. I'm interested in the workings of it. So I might not be able to do anything with it, but I suppose it'd be something I would at one point maybe crack open and
If you want, you can work on it during your short rest.
Yeah, I suppose that'd be something like as he's hanging out. Since I don't need to ever rest really, that could be something. Yeah.
I would actually like to open this up to everyone. Is there an activity that you would like to perform during your short rest? Working on any tools, doing any hobbies, that sort of thing. These things may benefit you. Just
I would
throwing
like
that
to
out.
perform storming out and going on a walk to cool off.
Okay.
I would like to work on my Rubik's, behind the music, Rubik's Robot short film.
All right.
Yeah, Dean will definitely be examining this blaster. He has zero clue how to start with this thing. He like no context really whatsoever. He just knows that this thing shoots and is therefore a gun. So, it's gotta have some functionality to it. So he's gonna tinker around with it. See if you can not break it, but and learn something from it.
Crash will probably chat with Babs and rest. Just relax.
And Rex,
Yep, relaxing time.
relaxing.
Mhm.
Are you practicing your smoke rings?
You know what? Yeah, that sounds good. I'm gonna try to
Alright.
do 2 smoke rings at a time because I got these 2 big nostrils.
That's a good one. During your short rest, you all are kind of relaxing, taking your time, working on some of your own personal attributes. And I would like to award everyone a permanent bonus to one of your traits.
Our stats or our skills?
Skills. Sorry. Crash. With your chattering at Babs, you gain an extra bonus to your persuasion skill.
Sweet.
Rex, your adept. Oh wait, I should probably have you guys roll for this, huh? Wait, yeah, Mana, I'm trying to do what you did in D&D Pirates.
Yeah.
And I forgot. Did you have us roll for that? To
I had you pick
determine-
between one of 2 that made sense for the skill. So, like, for example, with Sidolphus, I would say that it could be a tie between, like, Arcana, because, like, I feel like you would need to know how to appropriately, like, inhale, exhale kind of a thing. Or, I don't know,
Yeah, like athletics or acrobatics.
I was thinking dexterity.
so then, something
That would be a-
dexterity based.
That'd be a plus to my
acrobatics.
dex.
Yeah, that would be like an acrobatics, so, like, making your, flexing your nostrils.
You do acrobatic or
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand is pretty good.
Performance.
I like
I would
that.
also say
Performance
sleight of
makes
hand
the
is-
most
hand
sense.
would work too.
Performance.
I think performance, yeah.
Oh, yeah, performance too. Okay, so if you want to do acrobatics or performance,
Motherfucker
Okay.
doing
And-
cartwheels while doing fucking smoke ring. Woo!
So I was thinking about it, and what if, because I am chatting with Babs and benefiting from her wisdom and experience, I could maybe do like insider perception.
okay. Which would you prefer?
Oops. Not what I meant to do.
Probably insight.
Okay. Yeah, Babs is wise beyond her years. And she is just regaling her time as an officer, kind of like giving you the lowdown if you've ever had a conversation with like basically talking to Jeff's mom. Do you remember how that how those conversations would go? Yeah. It's a lot like talking to Jeff's mom. She has a lot of stories about her youth and being a degenerate and just saying "fuck you" to the man, you know, that kind of business. So go ahead and give yourself a +1 to your insight, and
I might be able to do it. I don't know how to do custom things through the app.
I think you might have to do it online. I could probably do it for you too.
Okay.
Also, where is Mikas? What is Mikas doing?
You did it right now.
My bad. I don't know. He doesn't necessarily have like a whole lot to be doing on his own, so I figured just kind of fucking around with tech in his room, either that or helping Abs. But I guess Crash is already talking to her.
You can join
Actually,
me.
if you want to be tinkering on your devices in your room, that would actually track well for your character. Let me pull up your sheet real quick. I would say you could get a permanent +1 to intelligence, so like Arcana, History.
There's
Or
And you mean a skill that uses Arcana, right? Not the skill itself. Not the ability modifier, intelligence, right?
yeah, I meant Arcana or History. I feel like Arcana would make sense because that's the science one.
I would
Or
say
you could
also
do
investigation is under intelligence. That would make
investigation,
sense.
yeah. If you wanted to say that you were like doing some sleuthing work on your device, like kind of looking up profiles on people,
Oh, yeah.
that sort of thing, yeah, go ahead
Especially
and.
tracking with my backstory. That makes sense.
Oops, that's not what I
How
meant
do
to do. Sorry, don't worry about that.
How do I do an automatic? How do I increase it?
Are you on a PC?
Yeah.
So if you
So
look
go to builder?
towards no. So if you go to the far right, you should see like two little arrows. If you hover over it, it says show sidebar. If you click that out and then hover over the ability that you're looking to modify, it'll show you like skill and it'll give you a deep dive as to what it does. But there should be the word
Oh, it's
customize.
customized. Yeah.
And then you go down, and then you'll want to probably do skill magic bonus instead of skill override, because I think override is the whole number.
Right.
That makes sense, yeah. So Crash, I'm gonna update your insight to have an extra point.
Okay, I'm gonna close and open D&D Beyond when you're ready.
All right. That should update it.
Thank you. Not that
And
I
then-
wouldn't enjoy an extra +1 on my +5 for persuasion. I think I like the idea of shoring up a little bit of a lower roll. And insight lets me determine if people are lying. So
And then Rex, what was your skill again?
I took the acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
nice.
I can just update them for you guys, make it easier.
I got it.
All right. Did you do it already?
Yep.
Oh shit, my bad. Wait.
Is it at +2 right now?
Yep, hold on. I'll fix it.
But it's where it should be.
Oh, it is? Okay, cool. Never mind. We're good. And then, who else do we have? Dean.
Mm-hmm.
Remind me what you were doing?
Exploring around this gun and using his tinkering tools to poke and prod at it, see how it works.
Great. So for that, I would say if you wanted to do like sleight of hand or possibly Arcana.
I imagine you're tinkering with it and like looking right down the barrel as you're doing
Yeah,
it.
no, stare. I mean, he's smart enough to know you don't stare down the barrel of a gun. But this is futuristic guns. It shouldn't. He thinks the gun should know not to fire at him in the face because he's his
That's right.
owner.
It's like Luke Skywalker looking barrel first into a lightsaber. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
he wasn't a complete idiot. He knew how to fix like vehicles and shit, but also first thing he
But
does is he gets a
also-
lightsaber.
Yep.
You could also do, I think, investigation. So like maybe our sleight of hand or Arcana or investigation. I think any of those would work.
I mean, I've already got a 6 to sleight of hand, so I think I'm gonna take investigation, just to have. Oops. Just to have a little bit of a bonus there. Did not mean to roll that, but hey, good roll.
Here, I'll go ahead and update for you because I got it open.
That was a natural 20 on my random investigation.
With
roll.
with a -1 though.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Damn.
B, you are practicing your cinematography, which means, what do you think would be the best?
I was
You could do
thinking either
perform?
investigation or performance. So, because I'm editing the footage. I'm not recording new footage and I'm not performing. I'm editing what I currently have, and so I was
Oh,
thinking.
okay.
I was thinking either investigation for like that fine tooth comb eye of like editing your piece, or Arcana for just getting used to the tool in the first place. Since you mentioned Arcana is kind of like the tech
That's a
skill for
sciencey
the
one,
world.
yeah.
What's up?
Yeah, it's like the sciencey one.
Yeah, so like if I wanted to know computers for the area, I would roll Arcana.
Yeah.
Perfect. Then I think I'm gonna go Arcana.
Okay.
Turn that plus. Never mind. I didn't mean to roll that. I was gonna say turn that -1 into a 0.
Don't worry, I'll edit it for you.
Perfect, thank you.
I love how everyone winds up rolling.
I was so excited to click it.
Moxley, you are brooding. And also kind of
Mangy.
taking a walk to cool off. I would say that this could fall under the realm of wisdom. Does that make sense? Like, because wisdom has to do with like your resolve, right?
Survival to come off of his little pissy panic attack.
I always thought of wisdom as like people skills, intelligence as like book skills.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. So wisdom is your animal handling, your perception, how can you read people.
Mhm.
Intelligence is like your arcana, history, book stuff.
It's
Yeah.
facts.
So, what skill would you like to put a point into? Based on how you're spending your time.
I'm trying to
You're
think.
like insight because you're trying to like.
I was
morph
thinking
over.
insight or perception, right?
Yeah.
How do you justify either of those, though? Just out of curiosity.
So
He's being
ins-
introspective.
Yeah, so insight obviously is like is determining the intentions of things, of like people you're looking into and stuff like that. Introspectively, I'm kind of doing the same thing on myself.
Thinking about what went wrong with that experiment and how you can do it better. And
See, I don't know how brooding helps any of these skills is the problem.
that's exactly what brooding is. It's being introspective.
Yeah,
Think
but
of-
I'm
thinking about
loosely tying
life.
that into the skill of insight because it's entirely interpersonal, and I'm
I
intrapersonal.
imagine
at the
well,
moment.
you do also have a physical being inside of you that I imagine is connected to you mentally that is probably trying to like emotionally support you right now to some degree.
So that's a fair point. Yeah.
It's true.
Aisha would be like, Moxie, you threw that thing. That wasn't okay. And you'd be like, not now. And they'd be like, yes, now. You always do this to yourself. You're always there, and you're always trying to say that we shouldn't talk about it right now, but we should talk about it right now. That was a big thing.
I didn't know we were married.
He literally lives in your head.
That's true. That's true.
Have you read Ender's Game? Like, this is straight up
I
the exact
didn't
same
know
shit.
we were married. You just get shocked real quick. God, fucking.
The other thing I could make an argument for is Arcana, right? As okay, I screwed up the experiment. How did I screw it up? Going through it in your head, retracing your steps, kind of like when you make a mistake and you visualize that mistake that you made to learn from it and not make it again.
I would accept that argument, but I
But
do want
I
to
do
point out
think,
that you already have +6.
yeah, no, I do think insight is the one that makes more sense.
Okay.
I was just saying, like, they're the only two I can make an argument for. To be
Yeah, sure. I'll do +1 for insight.
I got it.
Oh, too late.
Too late for you. I've already done it.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I don't know if it'll double up because I didn't do it on Rex's page. Okay, we're good. Cool.
Yeah, I still.
I think because we both typed in a
we
1.
both typed in 1 into
Yeah.
skill magic bonus, and
Right, that's why I mentioned you want to do it into that one because you can all enter in
Yeah.
1 as many times as you want, and it's only ever going to show up as 1.
I
You have
was
to
half-
physically enter it in as 2.
I was half expecting to see +15.
I would recommend making. I would recommend making the note in your notes section that you have a +1 to a respective skill, just so that if we're going back in time and going, why do we have that? Like,
Yeah.
assuming we get more of these going forward, it's just handy.
Also, since you asked, today's horoscope for the campaign is loving care is prescribed for someone in your family, Aquarius. Offer a bowl of soup and some tea, but beyond that, try and stay out of the way. Sometimes uninterrupted quiet is the best cure of all, and you could use a bit of this yourself. Why not curl up with a good book, even if it's in the middle of the day? Draw the shades and pretend it's night. So,
We did just come from a comic book shop.
you came from a pawn shop, but
Oh, I thought we went
that
to a
is
comic-
kind of the inspiration for this little like self-care moment that you guys are having. So
Love
so
it.
it is a good self-care day for you guys. Did you have a question?
Not me.
Crash?
No, I said love it.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear what you said. All right, while you guys are resting, do you mind if we take a quick, like 5-10 minute break?
I mean,
Not at
we're
all.
resting.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll be
That
back.
means time for
All
some
right, I'm gonna hit the
9-9.
short rest button. I'm now hit. Honey,
Resting.
Yes.
I'm hitting the short rest button. Okay.
Everyone hit the short rest button.
He says everyone hit the short rest
Ever
button.
in your life, tell me. No, just kidding.
I hit the short rest button.
Hitting the 9-9 button.
You gotta click it twice.
It didn't reset my HP.
Short rest. You have to spend a hit dice to recoup HP.
That's how. Okay.
Expend
I
the
needed
hit
to.
dice.
I needed to hit a thing. Okay.
Yep.
That's
So the
how it
amount of
works.
hit dice you can expend is based off of your level, and the type of hit dice you can expend is based off of your class. So for example, if you're like a fighter, you're gonna get like a D10, but if you're like a rogue, I want to say it's like a D6.
Got it.
And so it's not like at full heals or even like half heals. It's literally you're gonna roll whatever your hit dice is for however many you can spend. I want to. I'm always confused as to how many it is per level. I don't remember what the science is on that.
I think it changes
get-
from class to class. I get it now. I hit the
So-
short rest button and like, yeah.
Yeah, it's whatever your class, number is that you go up every level, and then the amount that you get is equal to your max level, and you can spend up to that maximum amount per long rest. So you can, if you do like 6 short rests, you could do like 1 and then 3 and then 2 and 0, whatever you want to do.
Yep. So like I, for example, have 2 because I'm level 2 and I get a D8. I don't have any owies though, so I'm not gonna spend nothing.
Yep.
I will, however, short rest so I can get my keys back.
House keys, car keys.
Are you doing a 9-9?
No, short rest.
No, I'm talking to Bag.
Yeah, I'm in a 9-9 right now.
Oh, okay.
But if you guys want to do another 9-9, depending on how long the break is, countdown for 1.
It's all good. Just go ahead and knock one out.
Virel,
Yes.
you are you hanging out in the bar waiting for your date to show up?
She shows up early. I'm a little nervous.
Yeah.
Everyone up there is a lot. There's
So-
food down here.
Your friend's name is Chains, by the way.
Chains.
Chains.
One more time.
Chains. Like Alice in.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh my God, Alice in Chains.
Hold on. Let me get the picture going. This was the one that I finally decided on.
Ooh,
Nice.
whoa.
So Chains is just kind of like your local like party scene, kind of punk rock, knows somebody for everything. While you guys were talking outside, you know, she was really into the videos that you were showing and talking about art. Like, she's really into the art scene, especially like local artists and stuff. She's really into music, especially. So she comes in. Don't worry, you guys can keep playing. I'm just going to do this during our break. She comes in a little early because she was really looking forward to seeing you. It's about, we'll say, like 4 in the afternoon-ish. She sees you sitting at the bar, and
I'm eager, but not overly so.
she kind of walks
Like,
over.
I get up and I pull the chair out.
The stools are bolted to the ground, so you just kind of like tug on
swivel
it.
it. Wrist check. -5. Fuck.
No, is it really -5? Hold on a second.
No.
Oh god. You had me worried for a second.
Charisma's a +3.
All right.
I will roll a performance to see if I can pass it off as being cute. I rolled an 18.
Oh yeah, she found that very endearing. Kind of like giggled slightly and slides into the seat next to you. Babs comes over to you both and asks, what can I get for you? We got a couple imported wines for the lovely young lady, if that's your cup of tea or cup of wine, so to speak.
Can I roll an insight check to see if she looks interested in the wine?
Sure.
Insight check. Ugh, I rolled a 7.
She's pretty forward when it comes to ordering for herself, so she brushes off the idea of wines and leans in and says, what do you have in the way of a local IPA? Babs kind of stares blankly at her for a moment, blinks twice. I'm sorry, a what?
what
And
does an IPA stand for here?
what is it normally?
Imperial.
Intergalactic.
Intergalactic pale ale.
Planetary.
Yeah.
Planetary, intergalactic.
It's the intergalactic planetary ale. There, that's what it is. There we go. We got there. IPA.
That's what it
Intergalactic
is.
Planetary
I mean-
ale.
Could just be interplanetary pale ale.
I like both. It's also funny because she asked for a local intergalactic planetary ale, or interplanetary ale. So if there's a
It's like saying
local
a
one,
local microbrew.
yeah.
And you're like, most
Is
microbrews
the
are local.
IGPA? I like it. All right.
She comes off as a little pretentious. Babs just kind of points to the list of beers on tap and says, this is all we got, hun. Sorry. You want any of that fancy stuff, you gotta head down to the she names some other establishment.
There's the one that there's the club that we were at, right?
Yes, the Eclipse.
The Eclipse.
She mentions you gotta head over to one of Bryce's bars. He just opened up the Eclipse down the way. He's got some fancy drinks down there. And Chains kind of perks up a little and goes, "A new club. We should go check it out." And
I'll
puts
mention
his
that I know
hand
the
on
owner
it.
and he owes me a favor.
Is that so?
It sure is. Persuasion?
You don't need to. She's already super into you. Like,
I want to do it anyway.
okay.
I rolled a 19.
Yeah, she's still super into you. So she starts asking you about what sort of local art scene stuff you're into.
I'll mention that there's the convention happening coming out soon. Really excited for that. Lots of cosplayers, comics. It's gonna be a good time. And then I'm interested in getting into the film business. The film business.
Yeah. Have you ever been to one of the local film festivals that we have on the station?
You know, I can't remember the last time I went to one.
A buddy of mine actually runs one. It's up in the orbital station outside of the Radiant. You might have heard of it. It's called something really fancy and pretentious that I can't think of off the top of my head. But she basically starts name dropping these like really high profile people. This orbital station, it's kind of like a satellite that orbits the Radiant. It's a little bit like a moon, but just a lot smaller. It's about as big as a large hotel, like the kind of hotel you would see in Las Vegas. It's a
Yeah.
little Vegas-y. It's very like you got to know the right people to get in. They host a lot of like fancy events there. Again, high profile. She's trying to show off.
I hang on their every word to the best of my ability. I am a stoner still. With memory problems, cause trauma.
Um,
Wow.
so she asks you, what sort of music are you into?
I will name drop a couple of like synth fusion bands, a couple of like new age. You know, so we like to kick it old school and classical. I mentioned that I used to perform a lot to this classical band called Enya.
Yeah.
Ew.
It's just N dash
Yes.
Y4.
Oh my
And
god.
yeah.
Oh my
Enya.
god.
Uh,
Oh my god.
Reminds me of South Park. This is what it sounds like to get old.
Which in my mind is kind of like in that Futurama episode where Fry's like, now if you'll leave me to my classical music, and it's I like big butts, and, like in the
Yeah.
same kind of vein where like it sounds like pretentious classical music, like super classical music.
Roll me an insight check.
I'm not good at these. 13.
Perfect. You suddenly remember that you have in your pocket a small musical device with a sample song on it.
I
A
remember
song-
that I have the hologram,
Yes.
and I will pull it out, and I will start to play it. Forgetting that it made me cry the last time. That was probably a fluke. Allergies. It was probably allergies.
You pull out this small transparent cube device and hit a little switch on the side. It causes all the circuitry to light up, and a little hologram appears on top of a very like Mystique looking kind of performer doing a big ballad piece. Chains is like really fascinated by this little device, and she goes, I haven't seen one of these since I was in middle school. Where did you find that?
Oh, this old thing. I've had it on me since before I could remember. I will lie.
Rolling deception.
Oh!
hmm.
Oh my god,
And
guys.
that one. Since before you could remember, she says. Now, as she says that, roll me a wisdom savings throw. With disadvantage. We're gonna make you go through some shit.
Yay.
You failed your deception. We'll say that's why.
I rolled an 11.
When she says the word remember, as this word is being spoken, the chorus of the song on the little device that is playing suddenly like rings in your ears so violently that your vision goes completely white. Roll me a d6.
Jesus, okay. Five.
You start to have a flashback to a time that you can barely recall even existed, a time before you're reborn. You remember this bright flash of light hanging on the high note of a song, and the sound was so deafening, ringing in your ears, you could feel your heart beating faster, you could feel your heart pounding in your ears, with the sound of the high-pitched frequency, everything getting louder and louder, and then faster and faster until suddenly everything goes completely dark. You wake up feeling a little groggy on the floor of the bar. Chains is very concerned about what just happened. You completely blacked out right before her eyes. Babs is standing over you with a washcloth and a glass of water, kind of trying to get you to wake up, like dabbing your face a little bit. She asks you, or Babs is going, "Oh, honey, it's okay. I know sometimes the drinks here can pack a bit of a punch. You gotta let me know if you're a lightweight, though. I'm not responsible for any medical bills." And Chains is freaking out. She's like, "Oh my god, are you okay? Like, what happened?"
I will quietly say to myself that I need to get Rex, and I will try and stand up.
Crash is there too, I believe. So I will help Virel to their feet.
You're feeling a little woozy, but you are mostly back to normal. Your visions.
I'll be a little bit dramatic, and I'll say I need to lay here for a minute. Crash, go get Rex.
Yeah, all right. You're gonna be good while I go.
Sure, you want to roll performance?
I rolled a 14. I'm being a bit of a drama queen about it. Like, I am legitimately feeling kind of like, okay, that was a lot, but now I'm just gonna milk it a little bit because.
Chains is like fanning you with a nearby like coaster from the bar. You grab the pint of water from Babs and start like kind of lightly splashing it on your face with your fingertips. Excuse me. All right, Crash.
So, Crash just rolled a natural 20 for insight, so he sees exactly what you're doing. And he's just like kind of, if he had a face, it would have a sly look on it. And he's just like, "Yeah, all right, V, I'll go get him." Just try not to hurt yourself while I'm gone, okay? Have some water. Babs, water for her, please.
Babs is like, "What, you want another glass of water? I already gave them one." And he kind of like hobbles back behind the bar to grab another glass.
Just muttering to
You want
herself.
to put it on my tab? Come on, they need help. I gotta go get Rex.
Wasted.
As Crash is walking off, I'm gonna say, "Quick, get Rex. Tell him to call 911 because my heart is stopping every time I look at her." And I'm just gonna like big puppy dog eyes, Chains.
Okay, wait, do you want me to go get Rex or not?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going.
Hold on, wait, roll fucking
My
like,
wrist check. You got it.
yeah. Charisma, yeah.
11. I
Um,
didn't stumble on the line.
she kind of rolls her eyes a little bit and continues fanning you with the coaster. She's feeling a little out of place right now. This wasn't the night she was expecting to have. Meanwhile, upstairs, sorry, I took down the where are we? Here we are. Meanwhile, Crash heads upstairs to find Rex.
I would like to tell her that I'm sorry that we might have to cut things a little short, but since they're so excited to see the eclipse, I'd love to take them later. Perhaps tomorrow night? If you're still free. If you're still interested, that is.
She kind of like tenses up a little bit, and she's
Okay.
like, I might have some things going on tomorrow, but I'll give you my pager number. How does that sound? And
Sure.
it gives you like a little beeper thing that you can like send a text to, or not a
Got
text.
it.
However, beepers worked back in a pager. Back in the 90s. I don't remember. I wasn't
Right.
old enough.
Tell you how they worked. They sucked, is how they worked.
They buzzed on your hip and told you a number you had to call.
Yep.
Yeah, they said someone is expecting you to call them immediately. So, glad we're past
Something
that.
And you were
You
like,
could
"I'm
type-
important. I have a pager."
You could also, at one point, assign pager numbers to like people. It's
Don't
like
die.
you would know. Much like how by just looking at the number you would know who called you. That kind of.
All right,
Hey,
Crash,
Rex.
you're up.
Great. Then.
I do legit need.
So Crash will, I'll make my way up upstairs and throw the door open. Rex, don't freak out, but Virel kind of passed out. They're back now. They're awake now. They're fine. But they're asking for you.
Wait, they passed out, but then they're not passed out?
They woke up pretty quickly, but they are asking for you.
Could you tell me exactly what they said?
So I'll go into a pretty passable imitation, or at least I'll try.
Dramatic
to. Let me see.
retelling.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the full.
Does your goo like
power of
reshape
goo.
to like look like them a
Oh
little
my
bit?
you
god!
use your
Back to
amoeba to do
back
it.
20s.
Oh my god.
I just absolutely perfect.
Roll
It was
for
simply the fact of,
performance.
help! Crash, please get Rex. Tell him I need him immediately.
I think I see what's going on down there. No, I'm pretty sure they just wanted you to leave the room. Why don't you
Okay.
smoke some of this
That-
with me?
that's right.
Actually, here, check this out. I'm gonna do this maneuver where I spin in a circle on one tiptoe while blowing smoke rings out of my nostrils.
Whoa, dude, nice.
Wait, roll acrobatics or performance?
This would be for the acrobatics.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's
fuck.
do it.
I'm new at this.
You're a pretty good ballerina dancer, so the spin wasn't very difficult for you, but timing it with the rings coming out of your nose was a little sloppy. They kind of like poofed out instead of doing that clean O.
All right. I gotta practice this. Here, smoke this. I'm gonna keep practicing.
Fair enough. Crash will have a couple puffs. Now, as much fun as I'm having, and as much fun as I'm sure Virel's having, we do have a couple of things on our agenda today.
Oh yeah, I probably shouldn't get too high.
Yeah.
And I take another hit of my pipe, like as I'm saying that. Like,
You want to roll me a Constitution savings throw?
hopefully
Is
with
this the
advantage.
good weed or is this the brickweed?
That depends.
No,
What are
I'm,
you
just- I'm,
smoking?
I'm enjoying the good weed we just got. So you can't just
Yeah.
not smoke the stuff you just got.
I mean, we also just got the brickweed, so like that's
Got
what I'm
both.
guessing.
It's
Yeah.
true, but given a choice between the two, obviously.
Con saving, con.
Maybe you start with the brick just to see
Yeah.
it as bricky as it looks, and then you graduate. I just know that if it were me, and it happens pretty regularly as I look at my giant drawer full of weed, I would rather smoke the stuff that I'm not a huge fan of first, and then savor my good little buds for like.
Yeah, this stuff is practically shake. It kind of burns a little bit, but otherwise it's an okay high.
Cool.
I guess after giving them an appropriate feeling amount of time, we'll probably head back downstairs.
We gotta go at some point.
Yeah.
Do they
I
finish
mean,
up downstairs?
only other way.
Gypsy Rose, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that.
Vi looks kind of dejected and a little sad, and kind of like they might have actually needed your help.
Got it. You didn't use the code word.
I forgot the code word.
Hmm.
What's the code word?
We need to make it up.
Can we rewind and pretend that we gave
Popcorn?
that we
No, it's
that we gave Crash the
fine.
code word?
I'm saying when Rex comes down, he does notice that Vi doesn't look great. Like face is kind of downturned, and like
No.
you get the sense that like Vi masks a lot by being like very extra a lot of the time, but like when no one's around, they might look kind of sad, or like maybe even a little angry, or just sort of confused. And Rex sees this and goes, "Oh, oops."
Yeah. I got what ails you. And I passed the pipe over.
I climb on your back and I start taking in long, deep drags.
Chains
thanks, Goldie.
sees all of you come up to Vi and start comforting them and giving them smoke, and she kind of just like Irish goodbyes her way out of the bar, like,
Yep, that's cool.
okay, it's nice meeting you, and
I got
just
your number.
yeah, heads out. Babs will reach across the bar and say, property tax and demands that you pass her the joint.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Really is like Jeff's mom. Jesus.
Property tax?
This
I'm gonna
woman
use
would
that.
sell me a
Good point, though.
$20 gram and try to sit there and smoke it with me.
Yeah.
If Janet, if you're listening, I love you, but goddamn,
I guarantee you she's not.
I know, but I gotta say it.
She's dead.
Don't
Shut
say
up.
that.
It should feel better to be like, listen, I love you. This thing, though.
Oh, they
If
know
you
what they
can't
did.
say it to the people you love, who can you say it to?
Honestly,
Yeah, right.
are you gonna spark that up now? Like, you know,
Passing that shit. What's
But-
going on?
you gonna
Crash
smoke
will
it?
sort of extend himself up to like eye level with Virel and just be like, "Hey, buddy, you okay?"
I'll be fine. Heartache, you know.
Yeah,
I am
that's
lying.
why.
It does not take any insight to know that I am lying. That is not the reason why I look sad. But I'm not saying it.
I tell Virel, check this out, and I do the little twirl thing with the smoke.
Oh, you'll have to teach me how to do that.
Right, hey, babe, look.
Yeah, and I do it
Well-
really fucking well.
Hey, that's my guy.
Nice, get it. All right, well,
Just now saw Alice in Chains. Ryan.
As soon as you said it, I was like, oh my god, wait.
God damn it. That's a great fucking name.
What, Alice Cooper?
Allison
No, Allison,
Jane.
like the name Allison, but Alice in Chains.
Isn't that Alice Cooper though?
Alice in Chains is like a metal band.
Right.
I
with-
know,
Yeah,
but the
grunge.
name Allison. Allison.
Yep.
I
Allison.
get it.
Allison.
It's a double entendre.
I thought for a
guys
second
are-
that was her name, and I was missing the first part, and I was like, oh, her name's Allison Chains. Got it.
Well, will a rescue mission to go bully some will bullying some goblins on a rescue mission maybe help you feel better?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Let's go
At this
bully some
point-
goblins on a rescue mission.
At this point, Moxley, have you returned to the bar?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't try to stay away for too long.
Okay.
Walk in.
Mox, perfect timing. Babs, as always, it has been a pleasure. I am now more confident than ever that I want you to adopt me as my mother. I will see you later this evening. Come on, gang. What do you say we get going, huh?
Yep.
all right. Yes.
All right.
It is established canon that I ride on your back
And smoke weed
and smoke weed.
while I twirl perfectly.
Excellent.
Give me a
I'm gonna need to save some of
moment.
these 20s for the goblins.
Here we go. I got it. There you go.
I just need to populate this area real quick.
Just imagine that image with smoke rings coming out of the nostrils. Perfect.
Glorious. I imagine that Virel is where the alligator is.
Exactly. Perfect.
Cheesecake, little baby. Little chocolate croissant.
Dang. Chocolate crystal.
It's actually funny because Sid and I actually, or Rex and I actually know each other from the ballet,
Ha! Love it.
canonically.
That's why I figured acrobatics with the spin. I need to get that up. More acrobatics.
Alrighty. So you guys are taking one of the nearby lifts that takes you down into the bowels. It's kind of like a subway train that runs vertically through the city. So you have like your horizontal subway and then the vertical one to take you up different levels. There isn't really much of an interconnection between these two. You kind of have to travel from one subway to the next. This one is it is a little like no, just like a regular elevator mostly. It mostly goes up and down. And you make your way down into the bowels. The location that you have for the goblin hideout is somewhere in this vicinity. You will need to travel through the streets a little bit to get there. And as you're traveling through the streets, you see a couple of shady figures hanging out in the various alleyways before you. You may choose to go through either one of these passages, either to the left here where you see a large gang of teenagers kind of hanging out, kicking rocks at each other, that sort of thing. Or down here, a couple of shady figures are kind of like creeping around the corner. They have a small fire going, like a little camp out area. You will need to choose one of these paths to go down.
Clearly, we scale the buildings and go over.
Yeah, I'm with that. Avoid everyone. Don't make me talk to teenagers. I never get along well with teenagers. It's always so awkward. It's really painful to watch.
Ooh, you know what teenagers love more than anything? Kooky old people. I think this is a time for where's Old Man Weathers? Dean.
Dean's
Oh,
upstairs.
God, we didn't leave without Dean.
You guys are all here.
All right. What? Who? What? Sorry. Gun. Really cool. What do you need now?
You want to talk to some teenagers, Dean?
Oh God, no.
Yeah, me neither.
Oh God.
Wait, I know what kids love. Rubik's the rapping robot.
Oh.
There you go.
Hey kids.
You know what time it is?
That was my plan B.
It's time to spit mad rhymes.
As a matter of fact, you
Sorry,
would
Lauren.
not believe this. Rubik's, you start you kind of get pushed forward by the group.
Fucking stumble, clank, 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 clank.
Oh fuck.
And one of the teens looks over in your direction and goes, "Hey, yo, rapping robot, what are you doing over here? You messing with our turf?"
Not the street punk voice.
No.
Hey kids, it's you know, just trying to make our way through. Don't mind us.
Now, if you want to... Sorry. This is our turf, you understand? You can't pass through here without besting one of us in a rap battle.
Oh my.
Oh, they don't know.
You
Oh,
mess with the king, you better come correct.
you best. All right. You challenging me to a rap battle, and the voice all of a sudden starts to drop. I don't think you know who you're messing with, kid. It's time to go. And he goes from like incredibly chipper robot voice, and he drops it down to his like gangster rap voice, more or less.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're right.
we're
I'm
about to watch him
challenging
murder
you.
these kids. I might have made a mistake.
All right, hold on one second. Let me. I have this written down. I have to read through it real quick.
Yes. I
In the
love even more
meantime-
the fact that this is that you have this ready to go.
Oh, I've been waiting for this fucking moment. Are you kidding me?
Oh
I was
my
so hoping you
God.
guys would choose the teenager.
I wonder what Tappy's rap battle soundtrack sounds like.
Yes.
It's just like, it just sounds like Hypnotoad. Just
It just makes me think of Vet's Vet by MC Chris, which is like a rap
Right.
song
I-
about
That's-
Jingle Fett.
Boba
Nice.
Fett. That is on my
Good
Spotify, and
choice.
I do enjoy that song quite a bit.
So here's what's gonna happen. We are actually gonna have everyone roll initiative.
Oh God, we are going
Wow.
to kill these kids. Crash just immediately quick draws.
You're gonna get fucking blasted.
Fucking blood everywhere.
Jeez. Ooh. That's 23.
Wait, now I'm gonna have to kill some Girl Scouts.
Mm-hmm.
It happens.
It wouldn't be a campaign with Ray involved if we didn't kill some kids.
Hey, hold on a second.
Ah.
Wait a minute.
Preferred enemy.
It will only forever and always be funny.
Wow, top of the round is Rubik's. So here's how this is gonna go.
I have a
You
question. about this,
one
actually.
of the backup rappers is doing a little like beat that's kind of a basic like boom chicka boom or whatever. Oh my god, wait, I think I have a song for this. You don't even know how much I actually prepared for this fight. I've been waiting for it. Hold on.
It is like the best feeling in the world.
Cats and boots and cats.
Let's see. I know, I think it was this one. Can you guys hear that?
I'm gonna turn the stream up, I guess.
No.
Oof, no.
Yeah,
Cannot.
not.
Nope.
Cannot.
Let me see. How about that?
Nothing.
No? You guys aren't getting any? Shit. Well, that's unfortunate. I'll throw it in the
Not
music box for
playing.
you guys.
Oh.
What?
I was gonna say, is it playing?
It was. I just paused it.
Oh, okay.
But here, I'll throw it in the music box for you guys. I was just gonna put this on loop. Which I will loop for myself for my own ambiance.
Wrong.
Just imagining it sounds really cool.
It does sound really cool. So they start kind of getting this beat going in the back. And the leader of the group is this guy with the tall orange hair here. He's kind of, he's kind of hanging back for a moment while his compatriots like get the vibes going, and he starts explaining to you that in order for them to deem you worthy of passing through their territory, you will need to best him specifically in a rap battle. For your meta knowledge, you guys can back up Rubik's with your various skills. You can be backup beatboxers, backup dancers, provide flair to his performance with spells, actions, that sort of thing. And Rubik's, you should have a couple of abilities that will like lend to your rapping capabilities. So we're gonna do a series of like roll-offs essentially. Since you are at the top of the round, I'm wondering if how we want to do initiative. Like the way that I have this, the way that you guys actually rolled initiative is all of you are going before the other team. So what I can do is what?
So good.
What?
I was
Say
gonna
what
say
you
that.
were gonna say.
I was gonna say that kind of makes sense, like to have like one group go and then the other group go, and then
Yeah.
like I'll sing off, dance off.
So I was thinking I could have you guys, Rubik's, you would go first, and then everyone else can decide how they want to back him up, and then the other team will go. Does that sound good?
Sweet.
All right, Rubik's, how would you like to perform?
All right, so he's going to he's gonna look to Rhombus. He's like, I know we just started practicing this, but I think you got the hang of it. Just keep the beat going for me, and he will have Rhombus perform just kind of a simple, just like boom boom clap, boom 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 clap, boom boom clap, boom boom boom, just something to run to. And I suppose he'll look back to the other members of his party, and you just come in with the beat when it feels appropriate. You'll know when to do it.
I should also mention, if you guys want to do something to hinder the other team, you can also do that instead.
And then, so to the main kid that he's battling against, he will be casting Dissonant Whispers, which is whispered discordant melody. So like while he's being rapped at, he'll also be taking psychic damage. Potentially.
Ooh. Okay. How does that attack work?
Let's see. Whisper discordant melody. Only one creature of your choice within range can hear. Racking with terrible pain. I want to like not actually like inflict hella damage. This is more to just like get in his head. Basically, Basically, I want the kid to fold before he can even come in with a verse. Basically, this is gonna be like
okay.
This is gonna be B Rabbit 8 Mile. This is gonna be the last rap battle.
I was gonna say.
So he's gonna do a wisdom savings throw. And he fails. So he's definitely a little bit taken aback by a very strong start that you have going on here. And
so
will that be all for your turn?
And I do got a little something for this. So Rhombus coming in, boom boom clap, boom boom clap. Why you talking, little kid? Think you gotta prove something? Coming from the underground with the cutest sound that's bumping. You gonna stand in my way? Kid, you 4 foot nothing. Me and my posse gonna pass, cause I know you just frontin'. Then that's basically what he's like. He puts his hands up. Yeah.
Get the hype man in the background. So how many turns is a rap battle?
That is a good point. I was thinking 3 is usually a good round number for that.
Back and forth. All right.
Yeah. We'll say like best 2 out of 3. And Virel, how would you like to assist? Let you guys know. Sorry, Dean will be up next, so you can prepare if you want.
Just act as a hype man. It's the first round. We don't got to go off yet.
You know what? At this point, I'm probably gonna be like, oh, they don't even know. And I'm gonna just like, I'm gonna take out my camera and do it in like selfie mode. We're gonna be like, look at all of these punk ass little bitches thinking that they're gonna come to step to Rubik's the robot. Blah, 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 blah. Just like vicious mockery, but without vicious mockery.
Yeah.
I don't know how I would roll for that beyond just a skilly. So
Intimidation?
like, yeah, let's go intimidation.
Do it. Yeah.
I rolled a 15.
Oh shit.
Sounds good. Dean, how would you like to support? Crash, you're up next.
I think Dean's gonna pick up some small rock, and just kind of like when it's their turn, just kind of like casually like flick them at their faces to like not.
I gotta come up with a new thing.
Specifically the beatboxers to like melody the beat.
So I will say that this is happening during Rubik's turn.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to chuck rocks at their heads, like you can do that.
During Rubik's turn, Dean is gonna go look for an empty bottle. That's what he's gonna do. During his turn.
Okay, roll the perception
Oh, what do we have here?
or investigation. Actually.
20.
Well, a nat 20, that's fine. Dirty 20, my bad.
Yeah, dirty 20.
There is a pile of refuse, kind of just around the corner from where you're at. There's actually a lot of garbage just kind of lying around on the floor. You see some empty beer bottles. They look pretty gross, though. What exactly is it that you want to do with this bottle?
Dean will take one of the empty beer bottles and he'll clean it off.
I mean, do you have sanitary wipes on you? There's still...
Like one of those, like you spit into your shirt and you wipe off like the outer gunk.
Yeah.
Well, thankfully, Dean comes from an era where having a high constitution is important. You're gonna have to roll a con savings throw if you want to blow onto this bottle. I'll put it against you.
That's exactly what he's gonna do next turn.
Alrighty, and Crash, you're up with Mikas on deck.
Alright, trying to think of something useful I could do. I really just think I was just gonna back him up, just be a hype man, just kind of be like, oh, you kids don't know who you're messing with!
Do like a little stomp move,
Right. My little like pseudopod just like pops up and also does just like a little tiny arm wiggle of,
Do you want to do a performance check?
Sure. $12.
Alrighty. Mikas, you're up with Rex on deck.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out, like, I love this, but I'm trying to figure out how the encounter works. Because I was gonna say I could give him, like, a backup light show with Eldritch Blast, but I don't know if that would, like, if we're taking actual HP from something or how this works. Because I don't want to accidentally kill one of these kids, too, like I did that fucking guard.
Oh my god. That's
Absolutely.
okay.
Melt their face off. Whoop.
Yeah, I guess
You
I never really
are-
rolled damage. Sorry for the psychic. I didn't roll damage either. Speaking of which.
You don't have to, because he failed the wisdom savings throw. So the way that I'm kind of sussing this out is I'm gonna average out all of your successes and fails and put them up against each other when the round is over, and whichever side wins the round has advantage on the next round, and if you fail, you have disadvantage.
Gotcha.
So for your, I mean, you could just do a skill check if you wanted to. Let me see what your spells look like. Minor illusion.
Oh, I
You
forgot
create-
I had that.
You create a sound or an image of an object within range that lasts for the duration.
That's it's also a cantrip too. I keep forgetting I have these fucking spells.
There's more than Eldritch Blast.
I know, right? Then yeah, I'll cast Minor Illusion. I don't know, to give him like holographic hype men in the back.
Yeah.
Or actually, no, I'm gonna do some like hot alien video vixens.
Ooh, okay. I like it.
Just
Demon
throwing
Hunter
ass
check.
behind
Let's
him.
go.
Doesn't look like I need any savings throws for that. Okay, so that's just like an auto success. Cool. And then Rex, you are up next with Moxley on deck.
All right, so we're throwing out rhymes, I guess, because
Yeah, if you want to back him up with some sick
I'll
rhyme
do
hits.
I'll do something intimidating. Let's see here. Look at my medallion. My diamonds are reckless. Feels like a goblin is hanging from my necklace.
Ah, shit.
Amazing. Roll me an intimidation check.
Fuck me.
Oof. All right. Moxie, you're up.
Well, since somebody stole my fucking my fucking thing of casting Aisha as a backup dancer.
I was gonna say, yeah, I was gonna do the rock thing too, but no.
I would like to bastardize the cantrip True Strike to how should I word this? To analyze the rhymes that the opponents are spitting, and as such find the particularly weak points in their rhymes.
Oh, I like this.
I got weakness in your verses. I love it.
Okay.
Oh.
Another thing you could do is pinpoint weaknesses in their appearance, or determine their personality weaknesses to be like, yeah, you're weak. You're just like your mom, or you know.
Kid's a gangster.
that.
His real name's
Or that.
Clarence. Fuck.
Claire's parents live at home with Claire's parents.
Claire's-
And Claire's parents have a real good marriage.
Oh!
This kid trying to battle, he shook. Cause ain't no such thing as halfway
Boy,
crooks.
crooks! Scared to death, he's scared to look at his fucking yearbook. Fuck Graham Brooks!
Fucking talking shit to a kid. Fucking hell.
This is like when, like, this the kid, you're just in the street and the kid challenges you to a Pokemon battle. You're just like, I'm gonna fucking destroy you.
Would I tell you that there's nothing that's more satisfying as like the eldest cousin, that when you go to the holiday and your cousins are like, hey, I bet I can beat you at this game, and you're like, ha 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 ha. Sit down.
Literally just plop your like perfectly EV trained Snorlax in front of them, let them burn all of their PP out on all of their team, and then kill them.
You said PP.
Yep.
Yep. Burn out their PP.
Burning PP's bad though. Gotta get that cranberry juice. UTIs are no joke.
No.
Yeah, right?
No. Not a laughing matter, folks.
Sure to drink your water.
So, Moxley, what would you like to do?
The second one you mentioned, I want to use True Strike to like get insight on these people to see if I can find anything to really cut them up with.
All right. Well, they're a bunch of teenagers, so they don't really have much going for them. They are fairly stylish, but they look like they would be really concerned with how other people perceive them based on their style. So by dissing their clothing choices, that can cut pretty deep. Also, their haircuts are all really stupid.
Ooh, I got one.
You little fucking JRPG reject little bastards.
Also, if any of their voices crack at all, that's an immediate like hit to their constitution or their will.
Love
They
it.
will crumble if you even point out the fact that they have little like twinges in their voice from puberty.
Shut up.
I just need to know what the space version of Value Village is.
Face Value Village.
Savers in the
Value
US.
Station. Value Station. There you go. Fixed it
Great
for
deal,
you.
Galaxy. Great value. Good value, Galaxy.
Planet Daiso.
It's the biggest thrift store chain in Canada.
It's a moon. It's a small moon. It's a satellite that just orbits.
It's
The
just
3
still
credits for
savers
less
exactly how
score.
we know it.
All right, so that round was pretty intense. Rubik's came out right off the bat with a sick ass rhyme. Rex is backing him up. His voice was kind of overshadowed a little bit by all of the other lights and sounds that were going on, so it didn't quite break through. Crash, you what did you do again? I forget.
I was honestly just kind of like bouncing around being a hype man in the
You were
back
being a
because I
hype
couldn't think of anything to do.
You were hyping.
Pretty much.
Dean was digging through garbage. Virel was also hyping with their camera, just kind of talking shit. We also had a Moxley who was kind of sizing these guys up, making them feel uncomfortable. And Mikas, who created these backup dancers, that is like wildly impressive. These guys are kind of taken aback, like, whoa, these guys know what they're doing. So we're gonna start out with one of the backup guys is gonna kind of like step forward and start breakdancing. He's gonna bust out a couple of moves and land hard with a big like shake around him. Everyone do a Constitution savings throw.
Shit.
He sends out like a blast wave when he lands in his final pose. The pose is like so impressive and intense that you might be like blown away quite literally by it.
Sorry, did you say Constitution or Dexterity?
Constitution.
Oh, I am so fucking unfazed by this little twink.
Yeah. We ain't having
I
it.
am
Oh
in the blast
no!
radius.
Crash
I'm
is
no.
good.
Does Dean need to do it since he went off to go look for garbage?
Yes, because you didn't wander very far. The garbage is like literally right next to you.
You're like, oh shit.
That's a natural one. He goes blasting
My-
into the garbage.
My intense jiggliness
Into the can.
was not to my advantage in this scenario.
It's hard to contain jiggle when it's doing its jiggle.
It's
Jello
true.
is
My jiggle, my
Must be
jello will
jelly
not
'cause
be
jam don't
contained.
shake. Must be jelly 'cause jam don't shake. He becomes one of the backup dancers now.
Once I
If you
reform.
if you rolled less than a 12, you
Yeah.
are absolutely physically blown away by the shockwave of impressive dance moves that this guy just busted out of nowhere. So you will get pushed a couple feet away. Let me see.
God damn.
So it was Crash and Crash and Dean.
Yep.
Both got blown back a little bit. Was that you guys are the only ones? I guess. Who am I missing? Rex? No, you're good.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Like a rock. I like a rock.
I'ma go for goodbye. The way that I actually know all the words to that version too is like kind of upsetting.
Except it's not.
So one of the other backup dancers is going to step forward and point at Virel, who is currently recording on their camcorder device. He calls out a very specific dig at you, calling you basically a millennial for acting so cringe in public and recording yourself as if you're some kind of like viral star. He
Viral
taunts
star.
you, and you
Literally said my name. You already know who I am. It's really quite impressive. Viral star. It sounds great.
so you will need to make a charisma savings throw.
Oh, let's go. Ooh. I am going to use my ability, knowledge from a past life. So when I do an ability
Ooh.
check that uses a skill, or is that no? That's a saving throw. Never mind. I rolled a
Oh,
9.
does it not work on savings throws?
Yeah, it's just ability checks.
Oh, okay. Unfortunately, his words do cut a little too deep. Like they kind of just got under your skin.
Yep.
You start
I'm
to
also
feel
not doing so well after having the mental mindfuck from earlier, so.
that may have something to do with it. You're feeling a little self-conscious about your performance capabilities.
It's like
and
I'm
you are
conscious,
now
but of myself?
you are now rolling disadvantage on your ability checks, attack rolls, and savings throws until the start of the next enemy turn. So on your
Alright.
turn, you have disadvantage until your next turn. Another of the third backup dancer, I should say, is going to cast Dancing Lights and create this little like laser light show behind their main guy, who's this guy with the orange spiky hair. And he's gonna kind of like send out like colorful little laser lights like a fucking Pink Floyd show, giving him a little boost to his performance. And the main dude, the leader of this group, is going to do something. Let's see.
Little dance. Like a little love.
Get
We're
down
down
that.
tonight.
Hi, Cheesecake. Apologies, I have to read.
The cheat.
And y'all know I can't read.
That's rude.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, this guy steps forward and takes like kind of a powerful stance. He was a little shaken up by Rubix's initial go, but he feels a little empowered by his groups backing him up. He steps forward and uses thaumaturgy to kind of emphasize and amplify his voice. So his voice booms up to 3 times louder as normal for up to 1 minute. And he's going to throw down some sick beats in return. I'm not a rapper, so I'm afraid I can't provide that for you. But his rap is quite impressive, and I'm sorry there are no checks for you on this one. So that's just like an auto success for him. So these guys are and we had blew you guys back, intimidated by Raoul. I have to do math. I'm sorry.
Not that. Doing math. Fuck.
So, math being math, you guys do win the first round.
Oh shit.
Nice. All right. For this next
Yeah.
turn, can me and Virel do a combined like maneuver?
Sure.
Okay. When it gets to us, we'll do it.
All right.
You gonna do the smoke ring thing?
with them on my back, and I'm gonna jump 6 feet in the air. It's gonna be cool.
Nice.
All right.
So first up is Rubik's with Virel on deck, so I'll just combine your move with Virel's.
All right.
And Rubik's, you are rolling with advantage because you won the first round.
Okay. I don't know what I'm rolling at this point. Maybe performance or something like that, I guess.
Yeah, skill checks or attacks, or savings throws.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna keep bringing the heat. So, we'll, I guess performance probably our best fit. Yeah. Wow, I don't have to roll a second time.
Hey,
Yeah, all right.
All right, so I'll have Rhombus kind of bring in a what, like starting to get like a little bit louder, like trying to like step up the energy a little bit. I hope you come to understand that I'm not that guy. Now I'm gonna take a walk cause your pitch too high. Your moves are whack, your raps are slacked. You best step back or we attack. A real crew moves with strength, unlike your voice that cracks.
Oh!
So we hit him with the baseball reference, the walk, because the pitch is too high, because his voice is too high, and then hit him with the voice that cracks.
Amazing.
I think it's 25. I think it was effective.
Oh yeah. With the 20, these guys are clearly shaken. Virel and Rex, how would you like to do your thing?
All right, Virel, do you have any way to shoot lasers through my smoke rings?
No.
I do.
This is not what I do.
I have lasers.
E-punch through his smoke rings.
Well, if I jump and spin in the air, do you have a flare you know to do?
Do I have a flare? I'm not really a magical girl yet. Sorry?
Well, what can we do? Work with me.
No, I know. I'm not magical. Like my magic is like an inside thing, not an outside thing.
I mean, you don't have to be magical. You could do like a physical maneuver.
You could do a leap through one of the smoke rings.
Ooh,
Just make it
that's
big
true.
enough.
Break pants
I
off
could
of
I could try and jump through the ring as he smokes it. If like you want to go forward instead of up, just like blow out smoke rings, and I could try and Catwoman backflip my way through them.
Okay. For the smoke ring, are you doing acrobatics?
Yes.
Yes, I'll be doing like a cartwheel while I blow a series of rings for them to do maneuvers through.
Yes,
All right.
the old Superman 64.
So Rex is rolling with advantage while V is rolling at disadvantage.
And with an auto-tuner voice, I just kind of echo, "It sucks that your voice keeps cracking."
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna use now. I can use my racial
advantage.
trait.
Oh
where
my
am I?
fucking god, are you kidding right now?
Wow,
Are you
wow,
kidding right now?
Yeah.
It's rigged to tell you.
One of the bottles from the trash that
This time around.
one of the bottles from the trash that Dean was
Yeah,
searching
reload
through like
that
lands right
D&D
under your
Beyond.
feet. You just flip out.
Okay.
So I can use my knowledge from a past life when I make an ability check or a skill that uses a skill. You can roll a d6 immediately after seeing the number on a d20. Before I know the outcome, I rolled a 7. I don't need a fucking crystal ball to know that I could probably use a boost. So I'm gonna roll a d6 to add on top of that. Oh, it's a 2.
Damn.
30.
You guys
I
are
don't
getting
even know how
shafted.
to-
Yeah,
Not
I think
meant
I
to
think you guys
be.
forgot
came
how
off so
hard Superman
strong.
64
I'm
is.
trying so hard at this. My rolls just fucking suck.
The hell's going on with my
Guys,
crew
the
back there?
game was hard as hell.
We didn't realize
Listen,
that we're
we're
all in
not
our
rappers,
30s and our
okay?
bodies are broken and old. And
I'm just gonna point and laugh next time. Maybe it'll be
maybe
better.
we
I don't
should
know.
just punch them.
We can still just beat them up.
It's still-
Completely skip this
That's
whole
still an
chapter by just punching these kids in the face and
Beat 'em up.
fucking off.
So, it turns out that the shake you guys were smoking earlier is having like a real
We
adverse
think it's
effect.
awesome though.
we think we look so much cooler than we do right now.
There you
I don't
go.
even know how to describe the scene before you. Rex is just kind of like puffing out like big puffs of smoke that he thinks are rings, and Virel is like prancing through them, thinking that they're doing like
They're more
big, beautiful
trapezoid.
flips.
Yeah.
But they're just kind of like flailing around while Rex is just going to get those big billows of smoke.
Give us some
Um,
lasers, Crash. We need some lasers. We got the smoke. Make it look cool, like an Always
Needless to
Sunny
say-
fucking episode.
The teenagers are not impressed. Dean, you have a filthy bottle. What would you like to do with it?
So Dean's gonna give it the old shirt wipe. Do a kick up off of the wall and try and time a flyby. He's gonna glide through the rap battle right as Rubik's finishes with a blah 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 blah.
Do I need an acrobatics check from you for that?
I feel like it's appropriate.
Yeah, let's do the
Oh,
acrobatics.
no
check.
problem. Dean was made for these. The ultimate
my
hype man.
Oh,
Where were
Oh.
those rolls for me? God.
So you kind of glide over. How far can you glide again? Is it like 30 feet?
Yeah, it's like 30 feet.
2, 5, 10, sorry, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So you land like right in the middle of their group. And you're also
You can
rolling with...
tuck and roll. He's gonna keep going, so he's like out of the way, but he's gonna do like the bottle blow, like staring him sideways, as he goes flying by.
You also need to give me a Constitution savings throw, but roll with advantage.
Absolutely. All right, I'll take a 16.
Yeah, you have blown plenty of filthy bottles in your days. This is not unused to. And giving it the old shirt wipe, as a matter of fact, does more than people think.
It's imperative, in fact. Can't get a
Yeah.
good blow off of it otherwise.
Alrighty. Up
Uh,
next, we have Crash with Mikas on deck.
All right. So, Crash is gonna kind of like look and see what Rex and Virel are doing. You guys, I'm not really sure what you guys are trying to do. All right, I am gonna. I think I'm just gonna roll a performance check and back up Rubik some more.
You are rolling at disadvantage because you got knocked
Hey.
back.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Dean. Shit. You should have been.
Oh,
You should have been neutral, but to be honest, your other roll, the 14, was fine. So you're good. But yeah, Crash is at disadvantage.
My lowest roll was 17.
Oh, you're neutral. Sorry, not disadvantage because they cancel each other out. Sorry, my bad. But yeah, you're good.
Okay. Well, I either got 17 or 22, so I guess 17.
17's fine. Yeah.
All right, Crash is gonna like dive back in there, just start backing Rubik's up again. Throw some raps in there of his own. All right, kids, don't say I didn't warn you. Rubik's here is gonna put shit in the corner.
Come out with the Beastie Boy.
Raymaster has got you looking like a bomb. Slackjaw got you looking dumb. Oh. Yeah,
Oh my
very
God.
Beastie Boys. Intergalactic, planetary.
Where is Rhombus with
Full
the
circle.
intergalactic, planetary, intergalactic? All right, Mikas, you're up with a Moxley on deck.
So I think this will work. I'm gonna use I'm gonna cast Unseen Servant to like pants one of the kids.
Yes.
Hold on. Unseen servant. What is that? Invisible, mindless, shapeless, medium force.
Ah, damn it.
Your command. AC 10. Oh, strength of 2.
How strong do you have to be to pants a child?
I know,
Right.
that's a very good question. Mana, can you provide some insight on what a strength of 2 can get us?
So I think it's be like 10 or 20 pounds of strength. So it's more than enough to pants a kid, unless he's got like an iron belt loop.
They
Or I
are
can just tie their shoes
wearing
together.
like street clothes, so there might be some like belts and stuff involved.
You rolled a 2?
No, the strength is a 2. It
Oh, I would say it would be like a grapple check.
yeah. And then with a 2, does that mean you roll or does a 2 give you like a minus proficiency?
Yeah, you would
or
have
what?
like a -8 to your strength, so like it would be really easy
Okay.
for someone to force somebody with that kind of detriment.
All right. Let's go. Roll a d20.
Okay. A second.
And I'm gonna have what is his? So we're rolling against strength, right? Just whatever my strength skill is.
How much strength could a queen have?
So
You said 20?
Just roll a d20, yeah.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Well.
Okay.
His pants explode off of him.
How it's going.
I sweep that kid off his fucking feet with how hard I pants him.
You wedgie him too. It's free
Yeah.
glorious.
Yeah.
Somehow up and down at the same time.
Yes.
We will say with a nat 20, his pants are on the floor around his ankles. It's gonna be this guy that's like directly adjacent to Dean, and you do give him a wedgie in the meantime, or I should say your unseen servant does, and it's completely invisible, right? Like these guys can't see it.
Yeah.
So he has no idea why this is happening. He's so ashamed and in pain and like on the verge of tears. Beautifully done. Thank you.
Well done. Well done. This child is almost crying and will surely carry these
Why
scars
do
for
I
life.
roll
Excellent.
the highest-
Excellent.
The highest
Quite-
fucking
quite
rolls I
simply
get
marvelous.
are for basically stealing from someone, publicly humiliating a child, and also melting a man's face off in the middle of the street.
I failed to see the
Priorities.
problem with any of the words you
I'm
just
just
said.
accidentally such an asshole.
You're living your best life.
Accidental
It's so good.
All right, Mox, you're up.
So, after that true strike, Aisha feeling really confident here. So she's gonna step forward,
Oh shit.
obviously full control of Moxley. She's gonna look at them and go, "That's the best you guys got? Yo, you totally suck. Walk around with that group discount from Supercuts? You against us? That's a cat against a mouse. So go on, go home, and go and squeak in your own house."
Oh,
Oh my God.
shit.
Are you doing performance or intimidation?
Annihilated.
So bad at both of them. Let's go performance. Fuck it. I get advantage, right?
You get advantage, yes. Wasted.
15.
Alrighty. They're looking devastated. A couple of them have like started kind of trying to fuck with their hair to like make it look a little bit spikier. They are feeling very ashamed, self-conscious, insecure, all of those things. One of them has his pants around his ankles. He's just trying to get his pants back on. He is actually going to spend his turn just getting his pants back on. So he's out this round. And the next one is going to, let's see. We have a couple of options here. They are rolling at disadvantage too. So these guys. Oh, well, I guess that doesn't matter. So one of them is going to step forward and do another like dance move, similar to the one before. He's going to send out another shockwave of just impressive dance maneuvers. Everyone roll a con savings throw.
Oh God.
And the folks who get let me see. Everyone's rolling neutral except for Rubik's, Amoxley, and Mikas. Everyone else, you three get advantage. Everyone else does not.
17.
15.
16.
Yep. Why do I keep getting nat 20s? Oh my god.
Holy shit, yeah.
Jesus.
On fire.
Save some of those for the goblins. Well, I mean, I guess we're probably not getting to the goblins tonight, but
Yeah.
Virel,
Shit.
you need to roll a con savings throw, not a constitution check.
Oh.
We'll scratch that nat 1 for you.
It's an 8.
Okay, that's fine. Oh well, I mean it's not great, but you know.
I mean, not great, but
Yeah.
not a one.
So the folks who rolled less than a 12, that's going to be Virel and Rex. It looks like.
That makes sense.
You both get knocked back by this shockwave of impressiveness, and will once again be rolling at disadvantage during your next round. Everyone else is mostly unfazed by this small person who thinks that they're all that.
Not this time, little Chungus.
The last backup dancer is going to do a what is this? He's going to create a shower of sparks that kind of look like glowing confetti behind the gang leader to give him a sense of like cool, like what are they called? Boy band-esque shimmery gold lights behind him, making him look like irresistible to any, you know,
The anime
prepubescent
sparkle.
girl who's like screaming their head off at his performance, like that kind of thing. Did anyone see? I know Mana's seen it, but has anyone else seen Turning Red?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the boy band. I don't remember their name.
Four Town.
Four Town. Yeah, so like the kids from Four Town. So
I just keep
that,
thinking of the boys for now from Bob's Burgers.
and Boys for Now. Yeah.
Boys for Now is also great.
Fucking great.
Alrighty.
All right, Virel, for our next feat, I think I should toss you high up in the air. You got a maneuver?
Let me see.
Because I have advantage on athletics, so I can cancel out the disadvantage.
I guess we could do something. I could try and do something performance-wise. I've got a +5.
Go. I'm gonna toss you high up in the air. Can anyone shine a spotlight in the air? Anyone got something like that?
It's not your turn. What are you doing? Cut that
Planning.
out.
We're pre-planning. We gotta have a dance routine.
All right, hold on. Just give me a second. It is currently the gang leader of the opposing team's turn. He is going to create a loud booming audience sound of people just cheering off in the distance. Kind of like his own hype team that you can't quite see where they're coming from, but they sound like people just shrieking their heads off, going crazy for this guy. And he's going to perform another set of rhymes, trying to attack you directly. I'm going to roll performance for that. Ooh, he is still clearly shaken by the last round of you guys just absolutely tearing him and his compatriots to shreds. And his words just ring pretty hollow, even with the amplified cheering around him. You guys do, in fact, win the second round. That is 2 out of 3 wins for you guys. We can skip the third round if you want, unless you want to keep going.
So it just all that happens, I would say, is that just feeling the energy, like, and like the fact that they've clearly like just stomped these kids. The whats get louder from Rhombus, and they amplify over the crowd like cheering for their side, and it's just the super aggressive what basically right when fucking the dude at the end of 8 Mile just goes silent and just passes the mic. It's over! It's over! It's just like...
Yeah, take that, teenagers.
Yeah, kick their ass.
Go home, children. You should make better
Get-
choices. Calling us cringe. Meanwhile, you got 2 different voices.
Nice.
Get wrecked, hair gel.
Word.
With your mother.
Word.
That one was
Feeling-
Mox.
Ice,
very,
baby.
very like. I'm done with this already.
If this is gonna
Mox-
keep going, we're gonna have
Mox
to kill
does
him.
not enjoy this at all.
So yeah, the high fives, the dap ups, all around. Yeah,
no.
yeah,
But Crash
yeah.
is 100% caught up in defeating these children.
All I can think of is the dance off scene from White Chicks. Like it's very that.
1000%.
Oh, that's wonderful. Feeling dejected, but also really impressed. The leader of the gang steps up to you and holds out a fist to bump it and says, "Hey man, that was pretty cool." Do you
And-
accept his fist bump?
I'm hesitant at first. I look at the kid. You know, just like, you know what they say, come with the king, best not miss. Give him a little hard dap up, fucking, alright,
No way.
fam.
Oh, hold on, I got it.
Why is this not working? Oh my god. Sorry, give me 1 second. Oh, my computer is being such a little shit right now.
Oh, no.
Crash getting too caught up in the moment.
Bag might be out.
Oh no.
Is something
He
happening?
just got called by his CEO.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Damn, alright.
He's covering for his boss right now because his boss broke both of his arms
Oh
in
Jesus.
a bike
Ouch.
accident.
Jesus.
Is that what the kids are calling it nowadays?
Right.
That's what you
he's-
get for going outside.
I'm pretty sure it's both arms. It's at least one. But so he's going in and getting surgery done. So he's not available. So my husband is now the next point of contact. So that's what's happening right now is yeah, his boss's boss is calling him for assistance. So he is likely out.
God, it's late too. It's surprising.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Alright.
as a reward for besting these youths in a battle of will and coolness, they decide to pass you over some valuables that they happen to have won previously in a like a talent contest, but clearly you are more deserving of these awards than they are. The loot totals a handful. So instead of gems, we're gonna do circuit boards. So
How many copies of their demo are amongst the loot?
It's all just their
Right.
demo.
It's literally just a stack of like CDs.
Mm-hmm.
there are quite a few sample discs available with tracks from their group's performance. A couple of sample discs from like other popular artists are among them as well. I'm gonna put this all in the loot channel. If you want, you can sell this stuff. It'll be worth money.
Yeah, like,
And
hey, yo, check out my SoundCloud.
um, among them is also a first edition Dayman comic book, still sealed in the plastic wrap.
What?
Hold on.
This Dayman #1. That's pretty crazy.
No, no. Dayman issue 1, series 1, A New Day Dawns. Are you fucking kidding me? Mint in the pack? Yes, absolutely.
The nodding to Electric Boogaloo.
So we're gonna say a handful of circuit boards that can be worth something at a pawn shop. Let's say.
All right, I gotta go to work.
Oh, okay.
I'll be
Sorry.
back.
Bro.
Yeah.
All right, man. Have a good night.
I will. I may be back sooner than later, but we'll see.
Alrighty.
All right, got my fingers crossed.
Well, there's loot for you when you come back.
Wait.
Oh.
Boo.
He's Game of Thrones in right now. It's fine. It was a good session.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow, those demo discs are probably worth more than any actual demo disc we've ever been handed ever.
Well, they do
I like to think
have
that like the disc isn't worth anything, but like it's produced on a really good quality of like VHS or whatever. Like
Right.
we can,
You can
re-record
just burn over
it.
it.
Right, exactly. And because they're like weirdly like a large file size, they're actually kind of coveted amongst like people who are looking to transfer data because of the encryption.
I love it.
The DVD RWs? Hell yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. See, we're old.
Yes.
There
So
used to
these
be-
kids-
Sorry,
before we go, these kids are really impressed by your performance and your backup performers, and they ask you, what's the name of your crew?
Oh, man.
I'm so bad at these.
I am too. That's why I make you guys do it.
We are the Starbeam 6.
There's 7 of us.
Yeah, there's 7 of us.
Starbeam 7. I can't count.
Well, if
Wait,
we're
7 stars,
Starbeam,
7th heaven.
and we're
I
a
don't
club of us, and there's 7 of us. Are we just S Club 7?
Oh no.
I actually really
We
like
are
Seven Heaven.
know. 7th heaven.
Oh.
I do
7
like
Minutes
Seventh
Heaven.
Heaven. That's funny.
It sounds like a boy band group, and I'm kind
It
of
really
It,
does.
it really
Kind of
does.
way
The
I
more that I
like it.
say it, I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
actually.
That's
Little
a
bit.
feature, not a bug.
Yeah.
Why don't we vote? Dallas, you said Starlight 7?
So yeah, start. Yeah. No, actually, you know what? Now on further review, I hate it. So I retract it. I'm gonna think on it some more.
This is an important decision.
We're gonna take a beat and
Mhm.
circle back.
I'm
I
gonna
do
circle
think
back.
it is. We can all bring our favorites.
Faith +7.
Phase +7.
Oh
The 007s.
man.
Oh,
I'm
that's
gonna just
great.
post this because I had it written up in case the rap battle went longer. I was gonna throw out some
Oh.
old timey rap.
Yes.
Put it in the art
Yeah.
channel.
I'm happy I was able to come up with something half decent at least.
Oh, that's actually really good. In this high noon draw, you left on the ground. I threw it on the ground.
Throw it on the ground.
Amazing. Well, thank you all for joining. Sorry it's been a minute since we've gotten together.
Okay.
Any questions, concerns, feedback?
Maybe
for
group name.
moi?
Pick one.
For a group name for us,
Yeah.
I'll have to come back next mission with something. We could talk it over. I think right now, in terms of a group frontman for like dance-offs, Rubik's is the frontman, and you're like the backup dancer. The rest of us are just here to make noise. So we'll come up with something.
Not in your group.
Rubik's
Hell, you're
and
not.
The electric sound machine.
Actively.
You're a friend of Virel and Sidolphus, so you can be the roadie.
Mox is actively trying to not be in the group.
Mox can have his own feelings. At the end of the day, Aisha loves Rubik's
Aisha.
music.
Aisha was
And-
so fucking hyped that she got to be a part of it. And she got to throw out some singing. She's like, sing beats! Ah!
Oh,
on
absolutely.
his head.
Commend Aisha on her amazing lyrics. Oh my god, I didn't know that you were a lyric queen. Let's go. Pop off.
I've listened to so much of Rubik's stuff. I just thought, what would Rubik say in this situation? Just came out. I
You
didn't
did
know what
such
to
a
do.
good job. Ooh, you know, I
Oh
bet you
my
could. I bet
God.
with Moxie's ability to help fine tune beats, you could probably come up with some pretty good co-star bars for Rubik's.
Mox, would you be willing to DJ for me? Absolutely not.
Ooh. I think
Alright.
you should remember that next time Mox
Bitches love
asks you a
limericks.
favor.
That's right, Mox. You know how important I am, given that, I am your eye.
Next time you want to try and perceive something in the darkness, all of a sudden you got something in your eye. You can't see nothing. Might just be easier to work
Listen,
with
it's
her.
all whatever Mox wants to do, but then all of a sudden you want to unseen serve in something, and now I need to come out and help you. Maybe next time I won't be unseen serving anything.
I feel like there's a no
Don't think
I in
that's how
team
you-
joke.
I don't think that's how you conjugate that verb. Try to correct me, Mox!
Starts arguing with himself.
Mika
That
said it
is-
best.
That is the best part of this. Is
Mika, tell Mox what you told me.
What? Oh, I said. I feel like there's a no I in team joke here.
Hell yeah. If we count them, properly,
We have 8 people.
Moxley, yeah, exactly. We really got 8.
Well,
We
then
could be
we're
the
at
head.
9 with Rhombus.
Well,
And
true.
we
Rhombus is on-
can't drop Aisha either. We gotta count her. So I think maybe we don't include the number.
Damn,
I got it.
I was gonna go with the hazy
Nova
eights.
Flare.
Cool in the
So
game.
there's 9 of us.
The hazy eights.
So we gotta be like the
I-
naughty 9.
Nope, we're hazy 8 now. We will find an 8th member of the group. Maybe it's Babs.
There's 9 members in the group.
Yeah, there actually is 9. Cloud
And
9.
if you want to
Wait,
get
how are
really
there
down to it.
9?
So
Well-
there's the 7 party members, plus Aisha, plus Rhombus.
I mean, he was laying down the beat. was Rhombus,
That's
so
true.
definitely in there. So
This party just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
There's
My patron would
actually
count as well.
11 party members
Jesus.
because
11.
Dean is 2 people and
Right.
Mikas has
This is a warlock.
Mikas has a hidden friend that will join us later.
Oh my
I
god.
don't think a warlock patron is a part of this group.
I think
Well,
it is.
you'd be surprised.
It is here.
This one is.
rules, fellow DM rules that absolutely part of the group.
Can this patron of yours rap?
Important
That's a good
question.
question.
Well, they definitely rhyme.
Oh, okay, well shit.
Yes, there you go. That's half the equation.
I need my cipher. No, I've never had to actually write my own album before. I just performed whatever Sugarnut wrote.
We are the Novas.
This does we had like the little performances and just like the hype, that sort of thing. This actually does count as, since he's been fully like conscious, this is Rubik's first like real rap performance. Not
Oh,
I was
under
so excited to do this encounter, by the way. Thank you guys for choosing the teenager. I've had this written up since like day 1.
Aw.
Love it.
It's honestly really creative.
yeah.
For
that
the
was-
fun.
you.
Yeah, this was great.
Yeah.
I tip my hat to thee.
I tip my hat over onto the floor and fall into my bed because I'm tired. Good night, everyone.
Good night, y'all.
Good night.
GG's.
Okay.
Rice, why?
Try to come up with some
What happened to your
halfway decent group names.
We'll vote on it next time.
I was trying to pour it out.
Yeah.
into the
Wu-Tang Clan.
Tumblr.
Yeah, with- Hell yeah. Except
All right,
Later.
bye, y'all.
Later.
Alright.
Have a good night.
Breakfast for tomorrow.
Suppose, I mean, we could just chill here. We could hop over to HWC. Folks are.
I'm doing tickets right now for work.
What
I don't have
happened to
do-
the other guy?
He's doing comms, which is like the part I really didn't want to do.
Oh, there you go. So at least.
Yeah, I'm not taking any voicemails right now either.
How long are you doing stuff for?
Didn't they close?
Yeah, no, we're in overtime. I just got called by my CEO.
No, I
I
know.
know, Like, I thought the whole support was closed though. No.
Yep, the other guy's working overtime too.
Oh Jesus.
Is there like a tower down or something?
It's just a big outage, and like he called me, and he also messaged the other guy in chat, and the other guy came back, and I'm here, so if he wants to panic about it, that's fine by me. I'll make
Right.
some extra money. This is gonna be 2 hours of overtime, even if it's for 15 minutes.